Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. I am just calling Ash, and I have Mr. Bowser here with me this morning.
Hello, hello.
We have Trial of Combat Week 7, what is it, Division C, CSPS versus WKL. This has been a really tight division so far. What have you thought about it? Thought of it yourself, Mr. Bowser?
Actually, this has been a very interesting division. I agree. This has been, I think, the best division in the whole league. To be honest, the matches have all been very interesting from every single team, and they've all been really quite close, actually.
We've had some really, really good games, like really good games. Some, the scoreline is maybe not exactly representative of how close they actually were. I mean, last week, some of the mechs were all like, what, three of them were 30%. It could have been anyone's game. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, these guys are not ready to muck around this morning because I've got a few other games to do as well. So, we'll just get straight into the 1v1 and no mucking around today. No preamble, no bullshit. Everyone watching. All right. What is it this week? It's Liao Jungle, and what is the build? It is Nova Prime. Oh, okay. Maybe have a look at the build in a minute. This will be interesting.
It is 12 ER smalls. That's a very interesting, very interesting 1v1 though. Much like a lot of the builds in this tournament, pretty, I guess, unconventional. I have a feeling these players would try and leg each other, but I don't think that's smart because of how far the Nova can twist, and it can shield its leg easily and still move its arms to shoot, to the other side of it.
Yep.
So I think what the players should do is they should either side torso, as its side torsos are fairly large, or they should arm it. Now we have first shots going off. The range on ear smalls is actually pretty good, so we may see some standoff here.
Yeah, it's only 250 meters. No, well, not perfectly, but once you get all the skills and stuff, you're still doing okay damage at that range. What do we have here? We have a little bit of hokey pokey.
Yep, Andy is going for that right torso, and I'm not sure what the Festfalk is going for.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them
missed a burn there. His burns don't seem very good. Seem a lot less clean than Andy. However, it is long range, so there's still not a ton of damage. Yep, Andy, okay, Andy at this point is decisive advantage, almost 10%. Festfalk's burns are just not very clean, watching from his POV. And strike? I don't think that hit him.
It didn't. It was so close, though. So close.
Okay, Festfalk pushing to range, but see, his torso's already about to come off. Yep. Andy's already basically won this duel. And he turns. Oh, Andy's burn wasn't as good. But Andy's arms are kind of hurt. If he can get good shots here. Oh, bad burn from Andy. Oh, he still didn't get it. His left arm is open. Ooh. This is pretty close.
Oh, this is going to be close now, yeah. One loses the arm.
And there goes his torso. And he hasn't lost the arm. He's going to be overheated at this point. Yep. Actually, he's not overheated, but he's very hurt. It's now a lot less close because he didn't get that arm, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you got the arm, I could be pretty close. Really, really line ball. But now, okay. Going shooting for the stars there, maybe? Is that what it is? I don't know why he just doesn't finish off the arm here. At least.
Oh. And there goes the game in favor of Andy. Honestly, that was pretty decisive. That was really quite decisive, to be honest. He didn't get that arm, and he lost his long-range trades. Watching his burns, they weren't very clean, unfortunately. Just comes down to practice. And really, Andy just out-traded him at long range. So when he pushed up, his torso was already hurt. And we can see that in the damage numbers. Andy getting quite relatively close to twice as much damage, which is never a situation you want in a 1v1. And he takes that handily.
Yeah, good win there. But almost double the damage. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now we get to find out what sides they want, because we're off to Forest Colony Theta. Oh, Jesus. In a light drop
Forest Colony.
In a light drop too, man. That's going to be pretty fun because there's so much terrain to get stuck on around that area. Okay. Forest. Need to change the map here. Oh shit, not Forest. And then change it to Conquest. Have a look. See what he wants to do. Map strat there. They haven't worked out what side they want. Okay. Okay, alright. I will bring up some map strat here. You can do a bit of drawing and talking if you like, although, I mean, how many ways is this going to play out? Only one. It's a live brawl, remember?
Let's see.
And it's theta.
On theta.
Yeah. Oh shit, wrong color.
So, an interesting thing about this map is it's so zoomed out. Let me just zoom it in a little bit. I don't know if that even shows you that I've zoomed in. Okay.
Well, yeah, not on
so
streaming.
let me just clear off these marks.
Yeah, Forest is big fucking map. Really
so
hard to show.
Here, there's going to be a lot of areas for crossfire, a lot of potential. Something like this. That's a bit of a wide line, but those are all areas you can push into. And that's like 600 meters. It's super hard to tell because the map is so big. But that's like 600 meters right there. Yep. I actually foresee the possibility. So there's something very interesting that only team... can this fucking... There we go. That only team 2 can do. And that is if they put a ER larger... Let's see, right up here. And that's the high ground. That's like that radio tower area, and that's a huge amount of high ground. And if you go up there...
You reckon?
Well, absolutely. You can see all the way, almost everywhere. On all of that area, you can see from that tower. That's a very powerful position at that tower. We could easily see an ER larger to just scrape out legs. And if you don't have jump jets, you can't reach that tower.
Well, I mean, you'd have to assume there's jump jets,
unless
right?
you're a flea.
You'd have to assume.
But I don't think they're going to bring all jump jets. No, I don't think
true.
they're all going to have jump jets. I don't foresee that. So that is something Team 1 is going to have to take into massive consideration here. And it looks like CSPS does get that side. I do have a feeling they will use that strategy. They will put a mech up there. It doesn't even have to be a medium, actually. It may not be. It could be like an ER large Panther or an ER large, not a WKL, but an ER large Panther.
WKL have Team 2 here. So CSPS.
Oh, never mind.
They've opted for the low ground. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now I'm a potato. I got confused.
Well,
as far as I understand, WKL.
Right?
As far as I understand, WKL is a rush team. That's a theme in this division and this league in general. A lot of the teams who play are like super rush teams, very heavy rush teams. CSPS has always been a little more reserved, so I have a feeling they may actually bring a trading mech. However, how they intend to deal with that position, like maybe a Panther up there, if WKL uses that position, we will have to wait and see.
Or do you swap the map for right? Over the back here, you can use the corner here, and also there's some big fat trees here as well, overlooking Theta, which you can... It's like 200 meters of medium pulse. Like, it's bang on the fucking range, 250. You use that, I don't know. I really don't know how Forest Theta in a light drop is going to play out. I have no fucking idea, man. I have no idea. It could go many ways.
I think it's gonna be a rush primarily. However, like I showed on the map, there's a good bit of range that can shoot onto the cap and shoot across the.
Well, the other thing as well is that there's so much terrain to get stuck on as well here. Like there's fucking trees, roots, stuff you can't even see.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
CSPS at 185 tons.
I don't know if that's the... I think it's around 190.
No, the maximum you can bring is like over 12 or 200.
Oh, really? Ooh, okay. I suppose, yeah,
35 tonners.
Yeah.
It's 55.
Okay. It's gonna be interesting. What do they do? I don't know. You know, there we go. Wondering why your little picture wasn't showing. Working on it. Bowser's taking over the entire screen, everybody. There we go. Bowser invasion. Perfect. Okay. Now, Bowser's back, so that's good. They're locked and ready. Let's go. Not waiting.
180, 185. So a popular pick in this division that I expect we will see one or two of is the Mistlynx G. Because of its very high DPS and it's actually relatively tanky, unlike something like a Piranha, which is extremely squishy but much higher DPS. The Mistlynx is a much better hybrid. So I do have, and because the jump jets and the verticality and its size, this is a big map. It's a lot of open sight lines, but there's also a lot of cover. So I have a feeling we'll see at least one of these mechs taken, possibly one on each side.
Do you think we're going to see the Griffin 1E again?
No.
After the last 2 weeks of it getting shredded.
It's honestly not very strong. There is one particular mech that I have a feeling they took that is a lot stronger. And we are about to see right now. Yes, for CSPS we have MPL Wolfhound, Arctic Cheetah A. So that is their Mistlynx replacement. Dervish 6 MR, Firestarter 9A, and a K9. The Dervish, now that is the mech I was talking about when I said there's a stronger version. That Dervish is much stronger than that. Better hitboxes, better mobility, all arm weapons, which is generally an advantage in this drop. More durable, I think I said that too. It's just more survivable in general, better defensive quirks, side torsos.
Very quirked. He's got
laser
AMS,
duration, very important. Yeah, that's the thing we've seen people bring is AMS on these lighter drops.
Oh, the cheetah. No Mistlynx, cheetah instead. Okay. For CSPS, that is.
So heavy machine gun, heavy small, heavy medium cheetah. So maximum DPS on the cheetah. That's the replacement for the Mistlynx. Just 7 medium laser fire starter. Pretty standard stuff. On WKA, Bushwhacker LBX, Commando 1D, Panther 8Z. A Panther 8Z. What now? I'm a little bit confused why you would take that over a 9R.
SRM4s and medium pulse.
That's basically the same build you'd run on a 9R. 3 medium pulse, 2 SRM4s or 2 SRM2s, or 4 medium pulse, and 2 SRM4s.
LB10.
Yes, LB10 medium pulse Bushwhacker, very strong, but they need to be careful to make sure that mech is not focused down.
Oh, so there's an airstrike already over on CSPS here. Are they gonna get hit? They're gonna get hit by this. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit, all CSPS mechs have just lost 25%
that's a huge
each.
airstrike, 73%, 66, 79. You cannot take that at airstrike.
Oh my.
They're so far down.
They've half lost the game already right here, I think.
Yes.
Look at that.
Arctic Cheetah 61, 55.
Jubia's already dead from that. He lost half his mech from an airstrike. Oh my god.
But the Bushwhacker is legged and about to go down. But the K9's down. The Arctic Cheetah's about to be down. The Wolfhound's 47.
Oh, there's another airstrike in the middle of everyone.
Oh, this is so bad for Comstar.
Yeah, this is super bad stuff for
dude.
them, man. Super bad.
Wow.
Look at that. Andy's mech is
team killed.
Andy's mech is shredded from that airstrike, basically.
They just team killed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a mess from CSPS.
Yeah, this is bad. This is so bad.
They did kill the Wolfhound. It's still relatively close, but not really, because the Urban Mech is still at 100. Bushwhacker 87, Commando 87.
Yeah, they're all
and there
super
goes
fresh.
That's it.
Super fresh. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god. Wow. I started legged. Oh yeah.
That's
there we go. That's it.
That is game, set, and match.
That's it. Oh my.
You cannot ever take strikes. Ever. Critical misplays cost them the match. They literally lost the match as soon as they were hit by that strike. And I have a feeling, look at the damage. That's who placed the strike. 600 on that Wolfhound, literally winning them the game.
Oh man, that is rough. That is a rough start there from CSPS. Oh,
Terrible
shit.
misplay. Or not even a misplay, just a
Nah, not even.
misposition.
Yeah, no awareness, all clumped up together. I mean, I get being clumped up together, but
Clumped up is fine, but you just have to be cognizant. You have to be cognizant because that happens and you literally, you can, as fast as you can snap your thumb, you lose the. That's actually what happened. I don't even think I can draw that on the map. I don't even think I can draw that on the map. There's nothing to even draw. They lost as soon as my thumb snapped and they got hit. 3 of them got hit by a strike, losing like what 35% each.
Yeah, nah, there's nothing.
Something like that.
Nothing. 30%. Yeah. There's nothing to say on that one. That was a train wreck. That was a train wreck for CSPS, man. Holy shit, that was not good. That was not good.
They have a tendency of doing this too, CSPS. I've noticed they get hit by a lot of strikes, and they, like that team kill. I can't imagine you did a ton of damage. You'd be able to see the results, but even still, like accidental stuff like that, you just can't do that in this 5v5. Every death, every mistake is amplified over a traditional 8v8 metagame.
Yeah, I think that's what people sometimes are sort of struggling with as well. You know, one mech alive can make a lot of difference, even at 20-30%. As long as it's got weapons, it can still do damage. You know, it's with 8v8, you can lose a mech and you can still pull back a win, no problem. Seen it many times, but 5v5, you lose a mech, man. It ain't happening. You're really gonna struggle.
Especially when you get 3 of them chunked down for free. That's the part that needs to be emphasized too. For free.
Yep, for free. Now, where are we going next? Oh Lord. Oh, have mercy on us. We're off to Paulie Highlands. Oh, where is it? Theta. And what is it? Medium. Theta Road? Theta? Yeah, it's Theta and it's medium drop. Okay, map strat up and we've got medium mix. What do you think? Well, one heavy as well, I should say. Not just mediums. Do have bridges here.
Poor Highlands. So normally we've seen Poor Highlands played on lighter drop.
Yeah.
Now this is a slightly heavier drop.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, knowing the light drops the teams just like to rush, or there's like a medium pulse heavy game. I have a feeling we will not see that this time around because the mechs are just a lot slower.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've drawn sort of all the ridges you've got here to use roughly around Theta, and it's anywhere between 300 to 500 meters of range.
So I have a feeling it's going to be a very heavy trade game.
You reckon they're going to trade CSPS this game? Okay.
I think so. I think it's very dangerous to brawl. I think probably DACA might be DACA AC2s. That might be a strong one.
Well, maybe.
To be honest, I'm spitballing because we've not seen this played in this format and this style before.
Yeah,
this is kind of new to me. So,
how do you predict what's going to happen this game? None of us can. It's a strange.
There are some predictions that definitely can be made. Like I said, there's a lot of wide open sightlines, and the drop is a lot slower than the light drop we're so used to seeing. It is not impossible to rush, though. Not impossible to rush. So that's just something that has to be in the back of minds.
I'm just gonna on the map here, right? There's actually a couple of points we can get up really high in sort of these areas.
Yeah, and something that may actually okay. I just came to mind actually. Something that we will probably see. I'm gonna call it is very highly LRM friendly map. And in this drop you have the tonnage to effectively use the LRMs. I have a strong feeling we will see LRMs.
Trebuchet is being one of the kings of the medium.
Yes, Trebuchet, Narc Summoner, anything like that, absolutely.
Yep. That's true, yeah. Trebuchet,
could even do something even more like a Nova Cat for an LRM heavy too.
Oh yeah, LRM 4 million. That could definitely work. Ooh, yeah, you might be right here. We might not see any trading. We might just see outright delicious play.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, there's the only place I think on the Theta side to hide is, if I'm correct, is around here it's around between this area. There's some buildings here and here. That's it. There is, and Juliet 10. There is nowhere else to hide on this map. Nowhere. You just can't. There is nowhere else. There is no other cover on here anywhere on the Theta side.
In fact, the most cover is actually on Theta itself.
Oh, that's true.
Literally on the cap point itself. And it's in a bit of a valley, so maybe if you're like small enough, you can hug the valley, but not really. Not really. There's not a ton outside of that slight valley and the actual cap. I don't know what is it, like a rig, whatever you call it itself.
What map was it last?
Station.
What map was it last week that we saw someone standing under the cap and able to Theta on Viridian Bolt?
Yes.
It actually just fit a mech underneath there. Just. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm worried. What mechs are we going to see here?
All right.
Where are they?
So, my predictions have come to fruition. Looking at mechs. For WKA, we have a Huntsman Packet, Vapor Eagle A, Trebuchet 7M, Orion BA, and an Ice Ferret, Rainbow Crow. Huntsman, LRMs. Orion, full LRM 2015. Ice Ferret, Narc, ECM, Medium Pulse, that's their Narker. Vapor Eagle, Quad LRM 20s. Full LRMs. They have brought full LRMs. Meanwhile, for CSPS,
AMS, dude, look at it.
They did do a rush. They did do a rush style deck. They have all medium pulse. All medium pulse on their team.
All AMS as well. All AMS. Every mech has AMS.
The crab. They took the crab with only one AMS instead of two. So they only have, what, 3 AMS, 4, 5. They only have 5 AMS.
They could have 6, maybe 7.
They could have way more AMS. They should have taken more AMS. That's not enough. WK has like 300 LRMs.
I'm just going to do a quick count.
They do not have enough AMS. However, something 15. That is going to be interesting, though, is the Ice Ferret's Narc is going to have problems getting through if they're clumped up. So I'm not... And I don't know if they know how to time the LRMs. To time the LRMs, then shoot the Narc. If they don't, then they're going to have problems getting that Narc in.
This could actually work.
However, I don't know if they're going to need that Narc. Because they're in a full rush deck.
Yeah. I mean, the CSPS
the
team
main thing for WKA, the main thing for WK, I keep saying WKL.
Yeah, I know.
WKL. The main thing for WKL. So the Ice Ferret needs to cap Theta. He has to cap it. He needs to force them to make the move. He's not capping. He scouted them though, but he needs to cap. And WKL needs to stay in the back. It looks like they are for the most part, but they cannot push up.
Yeah, they're spreading out. Slowly, you can see on the mini map there. And,
I don't know what the Ice Ferret's doing.
CSPS getting hit by airstrike here. No. So I think it looks like CSPS have actually anticipated that WKL are going to learn.
I think this is a huge mistake by this Ice Ferret. A massive mistake not getting that Theta cap.
Yep.
I don't think he realizes how important it is to make them push.
Yep. This is... You could have full cap Theta by now.
Yes.
Like 3 times over. 3 times over. I mean, I know what he's doing. He's trying to draw them in.
And if he crests this ridge, he's going to eat a face full of medium pulse.
His Narc is not going to work.
It's not going to get the Narc up. He just tried to Narc.
It's
not going to work. It will not work.
With that AMS, it's not going to work. And
he keeps trying, and it's not going to work. He needs to pull out now. He can't be that close.
He's popped the UAV.
He is pulling out.
And do the looms come in?
Now they're alarming. They're alarming. Stormcrow appears to be the target.
The CSPS just need to cap and
yeah,
wait.
They're not capping.
Oh
CSPS is not capping. Oh my god. What are they doing?
They could just cap and sit on the cap and AMS stop the Narc and that's it, you win.
Exactly.
Automatic win. Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, and they're just getting farmed by these LRMs.
Oh, Jesus.
Stormcrow 66, 59.
Oh, jeez.
But WKL, they're kind of shooting 2 mechs right now. They need to just be shooting 1. Okay, Stormcrow's legged. He's completely owned. Take out that Stormcrow. Take out that Uziel.
Uziel nearly dead too, yep. I mean, they've got to cover now, but it's a bit late. I mean, look at this cone of fire here.
Well, not yet, because the Orion here for WKL is about to get rushed.
So yeah, Andy's dead. Stormcrow is now dead.
They need to be ready. And the thing is, the 3 mechs for CSPS are still fresh. His teammates need to be able to help this Orion, who's going to get farmed now.
They need to be looming the Dervish. Like, they need to be killing him.
Take out that Stormcrow, is almost dead. Yeah, see, Orion, just like dead, just like that. Snap, and he's dead.
Deathly down as well.
And the Vapor Eagle is being YOLO'd by the linebacker. He will die fast. Boom, he's legged.
Yep. Oh, man. Is this not going to work out here for WKA?
Trebuchet needs to be pulling distance, not Okay, they did get the. That's good.
Dervish is down.
Yeah.
Ghost
It's
goes
3
down.
versus 2, but they
Yep.
still have the Ice Ferret, and the Ice Ferret will be a powerful clutch mech in this situation. He just needs to play safe.
Well, he's only got 3 medium pulse, right? That's, I mean, he's fast, but it's going to take a while.
That's enough to clutch.
True, true. Oh,
especially if these guys, yeah, the crab's getting alarmed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other dude for CSPS, he was out of the fight chasing the vapor. They need to take this crab out. I think they're going to, and that will probably be game.
He's gonna get legged
Boom,
there.
that's it.
Oh, it's XL. XL crab.
XL with
again.
6 medium pulse and 1 AMS. Interesting.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've seen XL crabs.
That is very questionable. Very questionable. As a crab, the mech is renowned for its durability and not for how good it is with an XL. Or how fast it is.
Yeah, LFE that. You have to LFE that mech. It is LFE born and bred, or standard engines also.
And the linebacker is going to go down here.
Yeah. Uh-oh. One touch. Shoot in the
boom.
poop.
That's it.
Oh, dear.
CSPS played that very poorly. They just ran through instead of not using the cover granted on Theta. And just sitting on Theta. They couldn't have been narked. The Ice Fair can't peek them because they all have medium pulse. They would drill them out if he tried. They can do strikes, but I mean, you just move around. And all their AMS would be at its most useful, all piled up next to each other.
Yeah, I'm looking at Theta right now, right where the Ice Ferret is. They could have just sat there.
Honestly, WKL played that pretty well. Just the Ice Ferret needed to cap because that would have been a huge advantage in their favor. That was the main mistake.
Yep.
Very interesting match. As we see the damage, just terrible from CSPS. Absolutely terrible, but that's about to be expected.
Yeah. You're going to have 2 guys that are going to do double Ds, basically.
They did not bring enough AMS, and their mech comp was relatively...
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, so another loss to CSPS there. Win for WKL. They get 3 kills to 5. Quickly have a look at the scoreboard so far. What do we have? What is CSPS only sitting on 9 points and WKL already on 21 already.
Yeah, WKL has had 2 quite decisive wins here, actually.
Yeah, really strong.
This is interesting. Yes.
Really strong.
I feel like CSPS does not have much of a strat going into this. I feel like their strat is to just medium pulse and kind of walk into the enemy. I think that's kind of what they're going for. Not much of a strat, little coordination, as far as I can tell.
I think they're sort of just going for the medium pulse brawl and then just relying on the focusing of targets and stuff. But, I mean, on Polar Highlands, that ain't... You needed to stop. They needed to stop the strat right there on the fly and say, hey, guys, we just sit here on the Theta cap with the AMS, stop the narc, and we win. They have to come to us.
Yep.
They need to come to medium pulse range.
When they inevitably move up, at that point, you have a much less distance to cover with your push. Like that Stormcrow could have had 2 AMS if you have the hero, which you should have for that drop. To be honest, if you're going to even take that mech, you just should have done. And then
dual AMS
the crab could have had,
and standard engine or at least LFE. Like, I don't know, we've seen XL crab now twice.
And those 2 extra AMSs would have made a difference.
Oh, huge. Well, we're guaranteed 150,000% no narc getting through there. None. You could have even brought an AMS Nova.
Yes, and that would have been a very strong mech for them. And that's
mechs,
actually something they probably should have brought.
With 2 mechs, right, you could have had 5 AMS as opposed to having 5 AMS across 5 mechs.
Well, I think it's fun that they brought an AMS on each mech. I really do. Yeah. As we saw in the GNX versus, I think it was CSPS, actually. It was GNX versus CSPS. This same team, actually.
But I mean,
like the AMS did very well.
Yeah.
For
my point was more if you had, say, 5 over 2 mechs and the other mechs all had AMS as well. What's that, like 10, 11 AMS? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And you just death ball at that point. That would be very hard to beat. And Polar is the strongest. It's the strongest LRM map, so it's something you need to be expecting.
Okay, so I'm bringing up the map strat. If you want to do a quick draw on it while I grab a drink and have a chat to the lovely viewers, because we are off to Hibernal Rift. Kappa, man.
It's been a very interesting series so far.
And it's heavy mechs and assault on Kappa. Now, go nuts. What the hell's going to happen here? I have no idea, man.
So,
crazy.
A lot of the power positions are the same as Canyon. Well-known map. Many people have played. You have this area. You have all the way back here. You have even over here. Potentially Team 2 can go, or Team 1, I'm sorry, can do that too. I should say, move this. Go on this corner. So, it is interesting, this map, because there's these two spots here and here, which provide cover on the low ground, and they provide hard cover on the low ground. So, I have a feeling we may see these spots used. So normally Canyon Network is played in a format where you have a light or a faster medium to get theta. On this, you won't be able to. You don't have, I don't think you will, right? Or do you have a light on this drop? No, I'm sorry, you do have a light on this drop. No? No, you don't. So getting theta will be interesting.
Getting theta? It's Kappa.
Oh, it's Kappa.
Yes, that's what I mean. Don't tell me you were just talking about theta for 2 minutes.
I may have been.
Oh, well, doesn't matter then. We'll talk about it afterwards because these guys are ready to get their drop on. Yes, no, it's Kappa with heavies and assaults. This is going to be a... Like, you know what? It's going to be the same as last map. Who knows what the hell is going to happen in some ways. Because you can come all the way around the back of the Kappa cap point and have like 800 meters of range in the back corner of the map. Maybe. 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 Okay, where are the mechs? Okay, we have Summoner here. Okay, here we go. Summoner. That Ultra 10s. Oh, Daka.
The CSPS, heavy DACA with an MRM quick draw. Let's see, UAC 10, UAC 5 Annihilator, UAC 10 Thanatos, UAC 5 Nitro, looks like. Yeah, UAC 10, UAC 5 Nitro.
WKA, same thing. Same deal.
Yeah,
very heavy DACA.
AC 5 Annihilator, AC 5 UAC 5, UAC 10 ERPPC Sun Spider.
Oh, dude, look at that! It's your favorite. UAC 10 Thanatos is back.
Yeah. So they very much took a mirror deck, actually.
Yeah,
so this will be interesting.
I'm just looking at it.
But it looks like WKA... Does WKA realize that it... Does WKA realize it's not theta?
CSPS
Do they realize?
Going to theta. No, CSPS going to theta.
Oh, it's CSPS.
Hang on a minute. Don't tell me the tech... Don't tell me they're capping theta.
Are they...
Oh, hang on, what? They're doing some sort of weird flanks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. They realize that once they get Kappa, WKL, they can just hide.
They can just sit there.
And then they have to push.
Maybe they were thinking WKA were going to sit on the ridges.
Maybe they thought it was theta and then changed their mind last minute.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. Because yeah, I mean now they've got to walk their mechs all the way up. I mean it's going to take a while. Like, you're going to have, WKA are going to have, what, nearly 80 caps.
Okay, but CSPS is making a bit of a push. They have moved up quite close.
But they're Annie, though. CSPS Annie is still miles away, man. Like, miles away.
They need to give him time to get in a good position before they make any sort of push.
Yeah. Yeah, if they go anywhere without that Annie, you might as well kiss the game goodbye. Like, it's a guaranteed loss, almost. I mean, the Annie could potentially come in right at the end and clean everything up, but I mean, fairly unlikely, I would imagine. But I mean, look, WKL, they're positioned pretty well so far here.
However, WKL is actually not positioned very well. They don't have very many wide angles, and they're all kind of bunched up in the same general area. If CSPS pushes up, they could easily just start shooting down onto them.
was more saying.
It looks like they're making some sort of push to the left with their worm. No, they're not really. They're see, look at this. The concave is happening. The concave is happening on CSPS.
Yep.
Yes, they have a Summoner Thanatos going right, Nitro, Annihilator going left. They're just on the low ground now. They're about to be farmed.
And
we see this farm. The Sunspider is very hurt.
Yep, Sunspider's getting wrecked. There's the airstrike on the Annie as well here.
And they're just huddling into the same corner of WKL.
They're running away. They're running away down the side here.
Yes.
What? What's going on?
Well, they don't have a choice because they all huddle into the low ground.
This is crazy. So we've got Pop-Tartars on the right here.
Critical mispositioning error at that point.
Yep.
However, they do have a bit of a flank going on here with a Nitro and the Summoner, but that's not going to be enough.
Oh, well, I mean, CSPS now have 2 mechs out of position.
Percents are pretty close.
There's a big airstrike on the Deathly. Big airstrike on Deathly Eyes here. How much is it going to strip off him? 78%. Oh, okay, not too much. Not too much at all. Aza here now being left alone in his Annihilator. He could well get free farmed over the back here too. Oh dear. This is a terrible fight for both teams almost now.
Yeah, CSPS is kind of, they're not taking any angles. Now they've all formed into one kind of ball, and they're not really getting other angles either. So there's just 2 teams with no angles, just shooting down on each other. It's kind of like a sledgehammer versus another sledgehammer. The Sunspider, Webmaster about to die. Deathly Eyes and Elemental Jester and the Nitro and the Annihilator both very hurt. Percents are actually in favor of WKL at this point, which is very strange. But now the concave is kind of happening at this point.
They've reconcaved here, but Ace is getting farmed here in the Annihilator at the back here a little bit pretty easily by Pop-Tarting Quick Draw. Weapon Master's about to go down. He's got to be just about to go down now. He's 1 touch on that CT there. But CSPS haven't even bothered to decap yet either. They've done nothing about that at all either. So we got Fess here in the back with the Black Widow. Chump finishes off Weapon Master.
Weapon Master goes down on that Sunspider.
Fess has just walked out and shown his butt to Squeebies. Oh man. Oh man. What is going on? What is going on here? So Aza is half tier in the Annihilator. Squeebies has lost all his weapons. He's standard engine UAC 10 Thanatos. Chump is still alive.
But he's open. Deathly Eyes halved open.
Oh man, I don't know what.
This is a close game. They kind of like they jumped down for some reason.
CSPS have jumped down and now they're getting farmed. Now they're getting farmed.
Yeah, and that quick draw.
Oh no, airstrike on Squeebies kills him.
And I think this is going to go in favor of WKL.
In the end, I think it is, yep.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what?
Annihilator stripped.
Annihilator stripped and
it's just the Summoner.
Yeah. Oh, wow. In the end, they pull it off. WKA somehow.
And that's it for the Summoner.
Oh, wow. No ammo
left. Wow.
Hang on, how's he got no ammo? Oh, he's probably run out, to be honest. He's been shooting a fair bit, so...
No, he has his ammo. He has ammo?
I just
his guns are crit.
Oh.
That was incredible, actually.
That was a strange drop.
They had a concave. They had them suppressed. Yep. It was perfect. But then they let them shift off to the side. I mean, look in the damages. WKL did have much more damage.
Man. A lot more damage.
That's actually not doing work.
That is a hell of a lot of damage for WKA, though.
Undergun Thanatos, unfortunately, was not able to do its work. So if we look at the map, this is
give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna flip to the map right now for you, mate. Because I was thinking the same thing. This is gonna be really, oh dear.
So I think they did what? They did Team 1 and they did. I'm sorry, Alpha Charlie. I think were the spawns.
Yes.
No. Yeah, they did Alpha Charlie.
Yeah.
So they kind of did something like this. No, that's the wrong color. So they kind of did something like this.
Yeah.
Not quite through Theta, and then they had the dude who went around there, and they kind of.
And he went left as well.
The Annihilator went like there, I think, ish, and then they kind of just went like that, and then WKL just went like everybody on Kappa, pretty much, and they were all on the low ground, and like it's a little hard to see from my terrible fucking drawing, but. They had concaves like that, and that, and that. And that radius is, what, 300-400 meters?
Yeah, it's about 400.
Larger than it appears.
Yeah.
And then, after that, they kind of just shifted to here. CSPS, or, I'm sorry, WKL just kind of went into there. And then CSPS kind of shifted all of their mechs into there. And that's kind of where the fight ended.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Very, very confusing.
Strange drop. That was very
as
strange.
we can see from the drawing. They almost let WKL have the win because they had them in the concave and then they just let them move away where they should have been farmed from moving away. Interesting.
What I'm kind of surprised at, right? WKL didn't stick any mechs whatsoever up along here. Not a single mech. So that basically allows CSPS to just roll around them.
They let CSPS have the high.
Yeah. You could have even put something over here if you were team 2, right? To basically knock out this entire side of the map approach for CSPS. Like, very surprised what WKA were attempting to do there. Or kind of not do at the same time, I guess. Strange map movements from both teams. I don't know what happened there, man.
It's like they weren't sure. Again, it's this thing with decisiveness with CSPS. Their indecisiveness. We saw it in the first strike, kind of just clumped up, taking that strike. Wasn't really sure what to do afterwards. We saw it in the second drop with their AMS medium pulse deck. Poorly constructed, I should add. And then the third drop was just... They didn't even go to the right. They didn't even go to the right side of the map. I'm really not sure why. Like, if WKL had just taken the cap and then started to go on high ground positions, no, back off. No, move forward and take high ground positions and hold that ridge.
Well, that's what I mean.
I am fairly confident. I'm fairly confident CSPS would have just been gunned down at that point.
So when I say back off the cap, I mean sort of move this way, like Charlie 2, move up to here, move up to here. Like, you don't need to be clumped in this little low ground here on Kappa. You don't want to be there. That's
you never want to be there ever. More than like one mech.
Yeah, one mech, okay, but that's it. And especially the Annihilator. WKL in the back here, the Annihilator right in the back.
They made the concave. They formed the concave. That was excellent play from CSPS. Forming that concave quickly, and it was a good concave. But then they just let WKL slip away using the hard terrain blocker, and then they just moved like right on top of them for some reason. It's like they knew what to do then, and then they just went to indecisiveness and just reverted to primal instincts, balled up, and...
Because, I mean, they had the nice concave all the way around here, right? And then WKL moved into this direction, but what happened at that point is there were two mechs lagging behind for CSPS in the back there in Charlie 2 because they'd been rotated on, essentially. So, yeah. Strange game, man. I mean, we don't...
Yeah, very strange.
If you asked me how is Kappa on Hibernal / Canyon going to play out, I would not have said that. Ever.
No, I would not have either.
I would never have said that that's how that one's going to play out. Nonetheless, we are off to the next one. Rubelite Oasis. And this one's a pretty traditional one with Theta. And it's the assault drop, mate. So what do you reckon? I mean, I know what's going to happen here.
What do I reckon? So we know on this map, Team 2 has the advantage.
Yes. Now,
Team 1. No, it's
Team 2. Team 2, yeah.
No, it is Team 2. That's right. Yeah. I'm a moron. So Team 2 is a huge advantage here. And it looks like CSPS does have that Team 2 advantage. Now, we saw them play on this map last time. It was I believe it's a heavy draw. And they tried to brute force Theta and basically lost the game doing it, more or less. And
I think it was
now
CSPS.
They have the good side. Now they have the good side. So...
Yeah, CSPS I think it was CSPS that sent their linebacker up to Theta, right? Yes. And got eaten alive.
And he got alive from Team 1. Right at the start.
Yep. So yeah, you don't want to do that. From Team 1, you don't try and contest Theta. It is just...
That's right.
You have to
You cannot contest Theta unless you are going to strong arm it with a whole deck of fast mechs and just YOLO rush. Basically, go through Theta, like, on the side or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely saw that last week. Don't go to Theta from Team 1 early. It's
so maintaining angles on both the left and the right sides as we get into this drop are very important. D5, D6, F5, F6, those two rised up platforms. Holding those two angles is very important for both teams. And you need to also have some scouting to make sure a rush doesn't happen, because there could still be a rush. Even though it is the assault drop, it could still be a rush.
Okay.
It's always possible in any drop format. Looking at the decks,
Done enough drawing. What do we have
WKL, Blood Asp, Madcat B, Wolfhound 2, Cyclops, Sleipnir, and Annihilator 2A, Standard Daka.
Oh.
Yeah, Madcat.
CSPS, they are listening. This drop at least. They've got Fleabags to go Cap Theta early. Yes.
Yes, so that is a good thing.
Yes.
That is something interesting about this drop that might not have been present in others, is you have the light to cap. However, the Flea will lose to the Wolfhound, so you just have to be cognizant of that.
UX, and more
full
UX for WKA.
Full UX.
All of them.
Just full UX.
What has CSPS done? Same deal, right?
In fact, they took the same mechs, didn't they? Blood Asp, Annihilator, Sleipnir, Madcat. Yep, they took
the same.
All the same mechs. Exactly the same mechs, except Mr. Samara's in a Blood Asp Pro. That's literally the only difference.
Hang on a minute, right? Do you see what I see? Then the CSPS are not capping Theta.
That's...
Oh dear. Oh jeez. Oh shit. CSPS could have already capped Theta by now.
Yeah.
Already have had it.
Wait, what are they doing? What is their Flea doing?
So
he's like going all the way around, but he's like trying to shoot assaults in the back for some reason.
So Ghosters obviously knows not to contest Theta early, right? Because he's played the very careful game of moving up to Theta, and there's no one here, so WKA now is going to have a free cap on Theta.
But now, I mean, he's scouting their deck. Flea, he just scouted the Madcat.
The Flea's scouting where WKA are going, but I mean, they're always going to be here on this map, right? Like, there's just not many ways early game to play it, you know? I mean, I guess they're scouting the mechs, the loadouts maybe, but... The Flea's like trying to get up a side of the map, he can't, and he's like running around, wasting time. What is he doing? You can't get up through here, right? In the Fleas, you can't just run up there.
He scouted, so he scouted their deck, and he just shot the Annihilator like max range in the back. He's got him turned around, but he's only got regular mediums instead of ERs, so he's like out of range.
Right, is Fleabags is going to have a Wolfhound now on him.
So there could be one strategy for this. He is actually distracting some of WKL's mechs, and they could do a push at this point. Theoretically, it would be very slow, but they could if they timed it well. But they're not.
I'm just looking here. They're really slowly moving.
No. CSPS is. No. CSPS is doing a push. They're doing a super hard flank around the side of the map. And the Flea is trying to distract the attention.
No, the Flea's gone away, though. The Flea's gone back to Kappa. What's he doing over there? So, I mean...
He was distracting them. If you're
WKA, right, you must know if they haven't capped Theta, there's something's going on. And you haven't seen them, you know there's shenanigans, right? You have to know by now.
They're not looking in that direction, and the Wolfhound... Okay, I think the Wolfhound's about to scout them. Yep. Yeah, I think the Wolfhound's about to scout them.
Wolfhound's going to see this. Does he get deleted,
peek into all their team.
Does he peek in the whole team?
But
just...
No, he didn't take that much.
No, he didn't. Just a little. They
weren't ready to shoot him. But they have gotten really close with their push. They have gotten close with their push. WKA or WKL was just not really scouting, and they let these guys get very, very close.
They're starting to reset positions, but there's a huge airstrike on CSPS. Oh dear. 97, 80. Oh, it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
77 on the Annihilator, 70% down the Annihilator, but it's still pretty fat. But now they're just kind of in the open, and now WKA has the possessional advantage. See, they have Annihilator shooting CSPS in the side. Their Blood Asp is getting nuked.
Yeah, the Blood Asp is...
And they're going to be walking to a concave when they push forward. A mech on the left and a mech on the right into WKL. And that Flea...
Oh dear.
Is just shooting the Annihilator in the back at max range. You need to closer. Your weapons don't have that range. If you're gonna do anything, you have to. Mr. Samar in the Blood Asp is almost dead. Isaac in the Annihilator is almost dead. WKL is losing a lot of percent. CSPS is actually up on percent right now. But the Sleipnir shut down. In front of.
This is not good. Lamental and Fess are going at it as well. They're all split. It's all these 1v1s going on.
Yes, everyone's split. It's all these separate 1v1s right now.
What is going on here? No focus fire from either team, man. None. Laser gets down deathly over there.
I think, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it for CSPS.
Yeah. Oh, man. CSPS and WKA, they all split. I can't believe that fight. There was just no focus fire from anybody. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. So, Samaru's halved. Aza's...
I would not have dropped down there in that Madcat.
Oh, dear.
And that's it.
Oh, dear. Oh dear. This was a strange drop, man. This is a really strange drop. Holy shit. Wow. Elemental's gonna get dildoed here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't shoot that Annihilator over that Bloodass, but at least get the kill for his team. He, like, targeted him, saw him, and then just, like, turned to the Bloodass for some reason, because he saw he was halved. I don't know. He could have at least gotten that kill and got some extra points, but that is it.
Oh, dear.
I'm not really sure what to say.
Yeah.
Their concept was interesting,
drop.
but the concept was interesting, but the mech choice was not. Like, if you're going to do something like that, you have to be faster.
Yeah.
With more alpha. You need to take like an actual dedicated brawl deck at that point, not like slow DACA. Or at least maybe some faster DACA, like Bloodasp, Mad Cat, that's fine. They're 64Ks. Like the Sleipnir and the Annihilator are both slower.
Yeah, well, the Sleipnir was UAC 5s and 10s, so that's what, 52Ks an hour or something. You know, that's like lumbering donkey speed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's have a look at the scoreboard before we go into the last round here. Now, once it loads up, we have CSPS on 14 points and WKL with a nice haul of 41 so far. So
41 points going into drop 5. That is a lot. We've not seen many teams with that many points going into drop 5.
Yeah, that's a lot. We did see that with the 42 match, which they very clearly exerted their dominance on that game a couple of weeks back. But this is a lot of points. This is a lot of points going in here for WKA. They've had a few pretty bad losses actually this season, but it looks like today they're much more
doing
organized.
Well. Yep. They're doing very well today.
Much more organized. Now, I will quickly flick back to the map strat for for Rubelite if you want to do some drawing of kind of what happened and maybe what should have happened, perhaps. Because we've also got Crimson Straight, Epsilon.
I'm not going to say what should have happened is they both took mirror decks. So in that sense, what should have happened is probably just going to normal positions and trading. The tactics were super interesting. So WKL had team 1, and their mechs were basically walking like this.
Yep. And
the Flea, super weird maneuver the Flea did. He went... Where'd he go? He went like this.
He went all the way around
like that and that, and he was trying to like shoot them in the rear to distract them so they would look away from CSPS's push, which was something like this, I believe. It was something like that. Might have even been like this. Something like that. And then moving up onto there. And that's pretty much what they did. CSPS assaults were, and they had Annihilator shooting them in the side, so it's like...
Yeah. I mean, we had... What do we have next? We had next...
what they had in... We had there.
Yep.
If I can put it,
even
we
on
had
the left,
there.
Yeah. Massive concave there from WKA ready.
And they kind of just walked into a concave. The match was still pretty close, but I don't know. At the start of
that CSPS push,
weird pit.
It was pretty close, I reckon. But then the 1v1 started. Like, the focus fire kind of... The wheels fell off the wagon a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and like both teams, it kind of just evolved into 1v1. I'm not even really sure how to explain it, to be honest. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
They just kind of just went into their own sequestered little fights, and that's just how it went. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a whole bunch of 1v1s.
Like we've discussed again with CSPS, a breakdown in tactics.
Yep.
They run out of steam. They're not sure, and they revert to primal instincts. We've seen it drop after drop after drop after drop in this. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's like they plan half the drop, but not the other half. And as the attackers, in this instance, you have to be the ones to plan for something like that, not necessarily the defenders.
Well,
so if anything, sequestering into those 1v1s like that was actually perhaps an advantage, maybe an advantage for WKL, as they had defenders advantage off. So I'm just not really sure with CSPS here.
Now, the guys are dropping because we need to get through the matches a little quick. So we've got 3 back-to-back casts today. So this one, another one, and then another one. And the other one starts in like 5 minutes. So they're not mucking around too much. But on the map quickly, I've just drawn Epsilon. It's Crimson Straight. This is always interesting. This is a lot of teams seem to struggle how to play this out in the lower divisions and come up with strats. So Let's have a look and watch because we're already in the drop. Now, is Team 1 going to cap Epsilon early? I mean, it's not that hard to do, but we've seen a lot of teams just kind of not even worry about it and go to like Delta 5 for some very, very strange reason. I really don't know why teams keep doing this sort of Delta 5 business from Team 1. Use Epsilon. Take the cap point. I mean, that's what it's there for. Okay.
And this is an interesting one because we haven't seen this variant since like the heavy assault drop. This variant of the map played, so there'll be lights in the equation here. So we see from CSPS,
lots of DACA.
DACA. Literally just DACA. With WKL, DACA again. Except WKL went for no, just DACA. However, there is a difference in their decks. WKL has a double MPL contingent, which will help them secure the cap much easier if they should use it, except they're not, and they're going inland, perhaps maybe pushing. That's quite questionable.
So what we got here, right? Excuse me. We have CSPS actually playing smart, going for Epsilon, but the rest of the team is going to the tunnel. I don't know why they just don't go and defend the cap here.
They're like going to push or something.
Yeah. Oh man, if this is a tunnel fight, this is gonna be really hard to cast and watch the fight. But all right, I'll do what I can. So CSPS here, you can see are clumped up in the tunnel here, and no one is worrying about Epsilon yet. I mean, CSPS are going to get there eventually, but they're surely not going to have a tunnel fight, right?
Very questionable for WKA or WKL not using their the island, not using that power position. Very extremely questionable.
Yeah, you can set up an AC2 mech there.
They're just kind of walking to each other with DACA at this point. They've formed their lines. Yep. CSPS is almost entirely behind Theta.
Taking a lot of early damage there, although most of it's kind of on his arms and stuff.
Yeah, the summoner
spreads damage well.
Get a bit hurt, yeah.
But yeah, this looks like just some sort of DACA push around Theta for both teams.
Not even a push because they're both kind of stagnant at this point.
And they got Fess here in the open, right? In the Vulcan, just in the middle of the water.
Their MPL contingent needs to be on the flanks.
On the left. They need to be on the left, like the Epsilon side. The Wolfhound and the Vulcan really need to be moving left right now. They're doing something on there.
However, CSPS did even get Epsilon. So actually, if WKA takes too long, the onus is on them.
Yeah. Comstar just need to sit back right now. They don't even need to be aggressive. Let WKA come to you. You have the cap, you have control, you have the game.
That's correct.
Well, at least you can dictate it. Whether you win it or not, well, that's up to your firing. But Ultimate Ghost is about to pick
Vulcan is trying to go for the flanks right now. That's good. Wolfhound poking like static positions.
Decent airstrike here, but misses everybody. CSPS somehow avoided the airstrike there.
More damage. This is
strange. Strat here from WKA, man.
This is very strange, yes.
And again, the Vulcan in the open here from Fess is getting hammered. Not badly yet, but enough to basically get rid of him. Okay,
heavy damage going on to WKL.
Yeah.
More heavy than CSPS. They're being out-traded, as would be expected when you have an extra DACA mech on CSPS's side. The MPL contingent really needs to get in the.
They need to be right around the back, almost.
Especially
Delta 5 by now.
We're hitting the 6-minute mark shortly, and CSPS is at 65 points.
Oh, here we go. They know, but they know that. Oh no! Aza peeks the corner and Squeeby's double taps him with the UX on the Mad Cat there, and just about legs him in one go. Just about legs him in one go. Aza is now in some serious shit with an open leg like that. He did drop a good airstrike. I mean, we got Squeebies has just dropped like 20% from a single airstrike, and Chump is basically deleted. He's got no armor left almost now from that one airstrike, man. Airstrikes are so shit. Oh, man. But look what WKA are doing, though. They're actually now going, oh, hang on a minute. Why don't we just go take the cap back?
Yeah, they realized they had to get it, and they did.
Yep.
That Wolfhound just... And the Vulcan's trying to get shots in the side.
Oh, Ultimate Ghost here has taken a lot of damage in the tunnel. And lost half his weapons. Samaru's lost half his weapons now as well. Almost.
Yeah, so WK is heavily losing that. MPL contingent is not putting in that work. The time has come. They need to be aggressive. The time is now, or your team will lose, as they're getting heavily out-traded. The time is now, MPL, Vulcan, and Wolfhound. go do your work.
And CSPS, they sense blood. They know. They know it's on. They know it's on. CSPS are moving right now. They are not waiting.
And the Vulcan just took a huge amount of damage because he's just standing there.
Squeeby's
he was just standing there. He's not playing that properly at all.
Dunked his CT then. That's so hard. Oh,
WKL heavily losing at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's it. And WKA, they're just stuck here now. They've lost all their weapons for their mechs. They've got, look, Blazers here. He's rooted. He's got one UAC left, I think, and he's open red CT. We've got here Samaru, the same deal. Red Torso. Ultimate Ghost has lost half his weapons as well. I can't click on him for some reason. Yeah, Ultimate Ghost lost half his weapons too. Oh, man. CSPS are they're doing some good work here. I think maybe because the medium pulse of WKA are kind of not doing anything. Squeeby's down. Squeeby's gets Blazer down. Samaru won't be long for this world either. Bushwhacker's pushing. Samaru's lost just about all of his weapons now. He's only got a little bit left.
The Chomp and the Wolfhound does go down. That took far too long. That Wolfhound was hurt for a while.
Oh, Aza finishes off 2 mechs here.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
But it's just the 2 MPL mechs now.
Yeah, it's just the 2 MPL mechs.
Bushwhacker's still pretty fresh. Maccat is very hurt.
They do have angles on him.
Hurt too. If they, the Macat's actually one hit. The Macat's being farmed heavily. If they, that's
it. Gets Squeeby's off. But Aza's leg though. Aza taking that double tap to the leg early is going to come back to really bite him.
Pushing Aza. Oh, instant. That's it.
Bang, instant
death.
The
Wolfhound was, the Vulcan was not there to help.
Instant death.
That Bushwhacker is still pretty fresh.
Yeah.
And the Nitcher is pretty fresh as well, though very low on ammo.
I don't think there's any way that CSPS are going to lose this drop at least, especially with the Vulcan that is basically almost legged. One touch on the CT. Oof. Oh dear.
Interesting though, WKL has flipped a cap advantage, but the Bushwhacker is rightfully going back to get.
Yep. I mean, Elemental kind of doesn't even need to chase the Vulcan.
Why is the Wolfhound running? Or the Vulcan? Why is the Vulcan running at this point? Is he going to get Kappa? No,
I think he's trying to run all the way around to get an angle.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have the time. Maybe he just realized that.
He's coming back now.
Coming back.
Oh, he's wanted to go to the high ground. Okay.
No, because if he wanted to do that, he wouldn't have gone through the saddle almost.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little confused.
But Elemental Jester thinks he's gone through the tunnel. Elemental's off for some expecting some Zimbabwe flanks
At this point, probably the best thing he can do is just conserve his life.
Almost, yeah. Because I mean, look at Dubious. He's pretty fresh there, right? That Bushwhacker only 62%. Lost his arms and that's it. Still got all the weapons, all the other stuff. Everywhere else, there's no problem here. Him at all. Oh no! He hasn't seen Elemental Jester. Fess has no idea. He had no idea the night guy was right there. Oh.
The Nitro's down. Nitro's down to 8 rounds.
Oh, only 8 rounds. Okay, and he's one touch everywhere now. Fess, basically. I mean, those 8 rounds is enough to kill him off. No problem. Just one shot. Oh, nope. That's it.
It wasn't, but the Bushwhacker got it.
Bushwhacker get him anyway. Oh, okay.
Well played to CSPS.
Yep.
They played that pretty well, all things considered. That's not where I would have expected you to go, but still pretty good. WKL messed that up very heavily. They needed those MPL mechs to be aggressive, or else why take them? You cannot be passive with MPL mechs like that, because then you're trading your team's trading power. You're literally trading your team's effectiveness away. Like, you're literally down a trade mech.
So, CSPS there with the win for that drop. 5 kills, a loss.
But overall, WKL did play very well. 4-1.
Good damage over there from Jeffrey Irons with 600. Aza must have dropped a pretty solid strike there as well with 700 damage in a Wolfhound. So, but yeah, like I agree. Medium pulse mechs for WKA needed to do more, a lot more.
We're not aggressive enough. Period. End of story.
Yeah, we're not aggressive enough, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to reset the lobbies and everything, guys. So just hold up for 2 minutes while I pause the cast here. And actually, no, I'll leave it running while I sort out the titles and stuff. I'll flick it over to the map strat, actually, Mr. Bowser, if you want to do some drawing there. So just very finally, scoreboard. we have scoreboard loads up. When it loads up, we have a Comstar Postal Service with 24 points, WKL with 45, taking out a huge point haul, which we'll have a look later at the leaderboard. We don't have time for that right now, for the overall leaderboard, and we will get into it. The next drop is about to get started, but Bowser, would you like to do some quick drawing on Crimson Straight while I get
that is what I'm doing
set
right now.
Perfect. Perfect, because we're going to move right into the next cast. We're not going to waste any time here. Who is it? Next one's GNX versus 42. Very big game here. GNX versus 42 is so important. Pilots in here. How you going there with your drawing? I can't hear much.
Pretty straightforward. CSPS pretty much just out-traded WKL. The MPL mechs did not do enough. They weren't flanking wide enough. That's pretty much it. They didn't really fight for control of Epsilon, to be honest. So caps weren't that much of an issue.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm surprised Comstar Postal Service moved to where they did. Like,
I'm surprised both teams moved to where they did.
Yeah, this is
CSPS didn't really want to fight over Epsilon, and WKL didn't want to use that island. They didn't even put a single mech on that island, which would have been immensely helpful, actually, sniping at CSPS even where they were. That's just extremely questionable. The island is well known to be the most powerful spot on that entire map, bar none, making that map actually very imbalanced.
It is ridiculously strong.
They didn't use that position.
Ridiculously
that makes no
strong.
sense to me.
Yeah, ridiculous strength, that spot. Like, yeah.
I would even argue that cost them the match, not having a mech there.
Well, balling up in the tunnel.
Regardless of what their MPL mechs did or didn't do, like if you had a mech there, that would have compensated for the lack of trading pressure.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Now, what we're on to next is 42 versus GNX. Now, I'm just trying to find some logos here while I update the stream, guys. So hold on one moment. And I need to find out who the 1v1 pilot is for 42. And which... Alright, just sending Prometheus a message now, trying to find out who the hell their pilot is. What we'll do, guys, we'll take a very quick 2-minute break, and we will be back. So just hold up while we get these guys into the lobby and get started for the next cast, which is 42.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, man. 42 versus GNX is the critical game of the weekend. The critical game. We'll explain why in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I bugged it up. My bad. Bugged it up. Did not read properly. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're all sorted there now. If 1v1 pilots should be arriving any second now. Oh, my damn door's opened up. Now, here we go. It is. The drop today actually is. Where is it? So the drop today is on Liao Jungle. And the mech that we're using for the 1v1, which is the special build, It is a Brawling Nova with 12 ER smalls, a light active probe, and a targeting computer. As you guys will see, sorry, wrong. What am I doing here? Go to the rulebook. You guys will see when I can get down to the scrolling part of it. Drop 1 is a 1v1, and it is against basically whatever mech is in the 1v1 list. And today it is Krasnobeski's Laser Brawling Nova. So we'll get underway with that. These guys are ready to launch. We're not going to muck around too much because the 1v1 doesn't require too much explanation. It is a 1v1. That's it. Solaris 07. Lots of Solaris 07s in the chat. That'd be that would be funny. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 2 Novas. Who is the best Nova to win? Do not know. Okay. Here they are. The mechs have arrived. Smalley is in a bog standard looking Nova. What does Carl's look like? Carl's is black. Okay. Very uninspiring color schemes today. Very, very boring. Now. Both Novas electing to take the jump jet route here. Carl's going for the full burn there. Does a little bit of leg damage to himself. Didn't save some juice. The end there. Now, how are they going to play this? Oh, decent burn there from Carl. But not quite good enough. Samuli here, though, is aiming for the arm of Carl Avery here. And he's going to get it, maybe. It's already well and truly open here. If Carl
just coming back in the middle of this. So they're going arms. That is strong.
Carl is going to lose his arm here at this rate. But Samuli is, Carl Avery has kind of not been very good.
But he hasn't got it yet. He hasn't got it yet. And Carl Avery just got a massive burn on his side torso.
On the torso, He
needs to get that arm now.
Yeah, if Samuli doesn't take the arm off in the next burn.
And he didn't get it. Oh, he did get it.
No, he did.
But his side torso's 1 hit.
Oh, Carl runs into the tree. Half of Carl's burn hit the tree then. Oh, man, that could have taken the torso off maybe. Oh, shit. This is going to be close now. This is going to be close.
I think Samurai needs to go CT at this point because it's going to be very difficult to get his arm.
Oh, and torso off. Oh, okay. This is going to be a problem now because Carl now has almost an advantage here.
Yes.
Yep. And look at that. Open CT everywhere for Samuli here. And I reckon he's going to be a little bit hot right now. I suppose you got a cool shot, so it shouldn't be too bad. But, oh, Carl Avery is one shot away from losing his arm. 1 hit. 1 hit.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it?
But Samwai's 1 hit. Samwai's 1 hit in his side torso.
Oh,
but he got it.
1 hit, lost the arm. That's it? Oh, man. Oh, man.
That was a close game. That was very close.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That was close. Why is he running away? Just turn around. Face your death, mate. Not muck around here.
Well, Samurai almost just cooked himself there, so maybe that's why.
Oh, maybe. And dropping him an airstrike. I suppose, you know what? Carl could actually pull this off with an airstrike. If somehow he has one. I don't know if he can't, I can't see his mech without bugging my cast out, but if he has an airstrike, he can actually kill Samuli here. Now wouldn't that be funny? An airstrike kill in a 1v1. No, maybe he doesn't have an airstrike. Oh man, my mouse is gone. Okay, my mouse is back. And now we just wait.
He's just like farming him, I think, at this point.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Now he's out of the.
Well played, close match.
Very close. Very close 1v1. Very close. That's the thing when you kind of when you shield side on, you know, with the Nova, which shields pretty well, but you're exposing your entire arm to be taken off. Oh, geez, look at the damage though. 500 and 400. That's a lot of.
Yep.
A lot of damage,
just
man.
Just a lot of shooting.
That's a lot of shooting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is a lot of shooting there. Now, have to find out what side these teams want, and then you will get underway with the light drop on Forest Colony. We can actually talk about the leaderboard in a sec. So I'm assuming everyone that was watching the cast was watching earlier, or at least most people were. So we won't go into too much detail on the Forest Colony light drop because it's the Forest Colony light drop, right? Now let's see what side they want while we go to Forest Colonies. Team 2 for them. Okay. Okay, 5 minute warning for Team 1. Okay, now, what we can do in the meantime here is the leaderboard stuff today. Right, so I'll send you the link there, Mr. Bells, so you're looking at the same thing I am looking at. Now, over here. Now, what we have here is CrossFit 235 points, 42 on 228 points, and GNX here on 203 points. So, this is so important for 42. GNX probably can't take first off Clan CrossFit, I would imagine, simply based on points and all the rest of it. But what they can do is cause an upset here and stop 42 getting first if they win probably 3 drops today, I reckon. If GNX can win 3 of these drops, I reckon that'll be enough to upset 42's potential, I should say, to take out first place here from CrossFit. So,
that's right.
Yeah, it's pretty important for 42, and GNX can basically cause a massive upset here and finish above 42 if they win 5 drops or 4 drops. If GNX win 4, maybe 5 drops, they can actually pip 42 at the post here in the last game of the season. Last match of the season. Imagine that. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, not for 42, right? I mean, they put in a lot of time and effort. You can tell they've been getting better and better each week, but strange things have happened. Stranger things have happened in this game before, and especially in the last round of the season. So, oh, guys, you better be ready for some great games. Clan and Crossfire, hopefully we fit their match in against, who are they playing? They are playing FCOB. Hopefully we get to squeeze them in after this one. We're running a little bit behind time, so yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll just wait and see how we go there. Hopefully we get to cast them. I will have a quick chat to Captain Cat on Discord in a sec and work it out. In the meantime, I'm going to bring up the map strat and go to Forest Colony. So if you would like to do some quick drawing there, just for anyone that may not have been here earlier with the casts, to have a look and explain what may or may not happen. Okay, the silence from the corner of Bowser. Maybe he's gone again.
So,
Theta cap points this time. Theta.
So as you discussed earlier, Team 2 is a very powerful position in this radio tower right here. That's a very powerful place to put like an ear large panther or something like that, because that mech has sightlines on all across the map. Pretty much every angle you have sightlines. Very, very powerful position. And Team 1 will either have to figure out a way to deal with that or just try and circumvent it, which will be difficult. I have a feeling both sides are going to rush this very heavily because there's a lot of distance between, for example, right here and right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit hard to see those colors there, but that's like 6 or 7. That's like 600 meters ish, 4, 5, 600 meters, something like that.
I reckon
roughly
from
between those marks
to Charlie
and
8, it's almost
that's
like
a good
800.
bit of range, and that's a good bit of range. For example, if you took medium pulse.
Yeah, well, it's almost like 800 meters, man, from the pass from that top point. I'm pretty certain it's about 800. You get angles on them at least at the 800 meter mark, which is pretty crazy length when you think about it. But we'll wait and see. Who knows? We saw, what do we see WKL and the other guys do? They did like this weird sort of...
WKL pretty much I mean, won the match.
Oh, the airstrike.
Off of a strike, hitting three of CSPS's mechs as they pushed in.
That was just savage. That was so savage.
We didn't really get to see a whole lot on that drop, to be honest.
That's very true. Very, very. All right. Well, the drop is underway. Forest Colony, light drop. That's
Now, we've seen it in every light drop from these two teams, as I recall, and we saw a version of it with CSPS last match with the Arctic Cheetah running basically the same build. But I have a feeling we will see a Mislinks G running machine guns and, EO smalls, heavy smalls, whatever. That's a powerful mech because it's relatively tanky, high DPS, and like I said, it's relatively tanky. Well, it's a lot more tanky than the Piranha. So.
Well, they've run it every week. I think 42 have run the.
I believe every team has run it. Or the Arctic Cheetah pretty much every week, and for good reason. It's a strong mech.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Okay, so someone's slow to load in today. Very, very, very long load time here.
And looking at the mechs, we do see that 42... Medium Pulse Uzio, Medium Pulse K9, Medium Laser Firestarter, Mislinks G, there we go, Medium Pulse Wolfhound, Heavy Medium Pulse deck, GNX, that Huntsman, that Laser Ramen Huntsman that they took last time, large pulse mediums. I think they undergunned the build a little bit. I think last time it was 2 large pulse 6 mediums, now it's 2 large pulse 4 mediums, so it should be a lot more heat efficient. Pretty powerful if it doesn't get picked super early like last time. Wolfhound, 4 medium pulse, 2 ER smalls again. Commando, TDK, that's a bit of a rare one. Medium pulse, tanky.
It's all in the arms, though,
Firestarter
right?
S, medium pulse.
All in the arms. So, I mean,
the arms are relatively tanky, though, especially in this early drop.
Oh, yeah.
Now, interestingly, the Mislinks has flamers. Has 2 flamers, machine guns, and 2 smalls. So those flamers may make a massive difference here if you can get them on target. Medium pulse Firestarter, actually, I was wrong about the Firestarter, it's actually medium pulse, so they have 2 medium pulse Firestarters. Pretty much full medium pulse. The only difference is the Huntsman versus the Mislinks. That's it.
We got a stalemate.
So they took very similar decks. Yes.
We've got a stalemate.
They're pretty much stalling around those 2 positions I outlined.
Yep.
But
42
is going for Theta. 42 is going for Theta. GNX is waiting. The Huntsman should maybe be on top of that tower, actually.
No, he's trying to get up
down
there.
Into them.
No, he fell down. He tried to get up there, but he didn't have the juice, and he's trying again. He doesn't know how to get up here. He doesn't know you got to jump on the buildings to get up. Oh, man. This is not ideal yet. He 42 push in. He does now. He's finally got up there.
No, he didn't. He's having trouble getting up. Yes.
That's the 3rd time now.
He's just wait a second. And then go up for his jump jets.
Yeah.
There he is. Now he's waiting. Now he'll be able to go up. Luckily, 42 hasn't made much of a move. They're going pretty wide, though. They've gone really quite wide.
Well, 42 don't need to do nothing right now. They just need to
now
keep
the Huntsman
angles.
Now the Huntsman's in his position. So.
Yep.
He doesn't have that much range, though. He really doesn't from there. He doesn't quite have the range he would like.
Not with the mediums, at least, anyway.
No, not with your mediums and large pulls. But he does have a range advantage, and we see 42's Wolfhound, 87%, primarily from all the Huntsman's damage. So even though he doesn't have quite the range, he does have some range, and that range is just enough to give them the advantage.
So GNX kind
Strike on the Huntsman, he's to be careful at avoiding
just seen
those.
that, 93%.
Looks like he did. Yeah, looks like he did.
Not a lot. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse.
But they don't have enough range on 42.
Yeah.
And 42 has the cap.
Now, the other thing is, too, right, is that 42 are kind of almost shoehorned into a little corner here. And they're waiting for GNX to do something. But 42 have... I think it's WK time for 42.
Oh,
and it
Huntsman
is.
took a big... Huntsman took big
hits shit, 67%. Oh, wow, yep.
He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, wasn't looking. Okay, so now they're all on the Urban Mech here. 42.
Yeah, there is a...
Massive focus here. Massive focus.
Right leg is open on Prometheus and the Firestarter, but
Inosuke dead though.
Inosuke Hashibara, he's dead.
Prometheus playing very careful there. Good use of terrain.
That Urban Mech was just in front of his team. He was way too far in front of his team there.
And the Huntsman's dropped down, and he's at the front line.
Yeah, why did he drop down? He should have stayed up. That's a critical mistake.
And he's going to get legged. Should have stayed up. He's about to get legged here. Oh no, not quite. Not quite. This is a slow movement in for 42 here. They're being very, very careful. They want to make sure they get the wins here. Oh, legged Huntsman, straight down, bang, bang, instant focus. Very good focus there. Carol Baskin gets down Therax in the back there in the Wolfhound. But, okay, so it's 2v, because Herod has kind of been caught alone by his team at the back here. Herod in the Urban Mech, the K9, 42 have left, his team has left him for dead.
But
to go kill
they're
Spheroid.
gaining on, they're gaining on the Wolfhound for GNX.
4 medium plus 2 ER smalls, he goes down.
But
Herod
the Wolfhound took a while to go down.
Look at this.
The Urban Mech's taking a while to go down too. The Urban Mech isn't dying.
He's
there
stuck
we go.
on the
He's
tree.
finally dead, but he legged the Firestar. And the Firestar is dead.
Firestar is dead. And now it's Commando, and then...
It's just the Commando.
Yeah, Commando, not Commando do much here.
That's...
Oh man, I can't... You know what? You can't shoot a Commando. You can't even click on the damn thing to fucking view it. They're just... Their hitboxes are ridiculous. There we go. Finally clicked on it. Right, now, it's just running away. Trying to get some damage
He will die
in.
Eventually, though. He doesn't have the speed.
There's no kill here left for him,
and that's
unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think there's any kill here. Maybe Prometheus, maybe, but oh no, Commando's legged. That's it. It's all over. Once a Commando loses his leg.
Well played to 42. That Huntsman, they should have honestly probably taken a more rangy build, and they should have kept it up there the entire time. I guess he got impatient or something and wanted to drop. Maybe he lost sight behind a tree, but it doesn't really matter because you have sights everywhere else. You should just stayed up there. Damages.
Oh dear.
And the Huntsman didn't even get to do that much damage. He really didn't. Did most of his damage initially. Just much more damage for 42. And
Huntsman did actually a lot less than I would have thought, I guess. But
yeah, because he was out of range. They should have brought a more rangy mech, I think.
Yeah, large pulse and ER mediums at 800-900 meters just really don't quite put out much damage. I mean, you're doing damage, scratch damage, but that's about it. Okay. So 42, take that there early on with some points. That puts 42 already at 11 points and GNX at 5, because GNX did win the 1v1, so that was actually pretty important. That 1v1 for later, I feel. GNX immediately picking the opposite team, so as in the Team 2 side. Like, they have a plan here, maybe for a match or a drop later on, perhaps? Hard to say. Now, I've flipped back to the map strat if you feel like drawing on it, or you can just change the map to the next one, which is... Polar Highlands Theta. Not this one again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Polar Highlands Theta.
So this is a heavily ranged map, as we saw in the last series.
Yep.
Pretty much just came to an AMS medium pulse stack from CSPS and just mass LRMs from WKA or W.
Yeah, let me flick over to Polar Conquest there. Sorry. So we do have the Theta cap points. But what do they do and how do they do it? This is the thing, you know. So you do what CSPS almost should have done and dive in and then just sit there with the AMS and wait and hold on. That would have been the really good way for CSPS to play the last drop. But a 42 going to maybe play a little bit more range. They've tended to not be too scared to try a bit of range, and same with GNX as well. So we see maybe a Panther or something with ER larges, you reckon?
I think, well, would it be Panther? No, it wouldn't be a Panther because it's a medium heavy drop, right?
Oh, shivers. Yes, sorry. Yes, you're right. Yeah, medium heavy. Yes.
We could still see a heavy. We could still see a medium range mech on with ER larges, perhaps. I think each side should have an ER large mech.
At least one. Yep. Just for that range suppression. Do you go the rest medium pulses? Do you go ER mediums? What do you do? What do you reckon?
Probably medium pulse from both sides, I think, thinking about it.
Yep.
These guys generally, they just play very aggressive, so they're not very reserved from what I've noticed. So I think
Well,
It'll be largely medium pulse.
that last drop there was pretty
However,
reserved
I
for
think
42.
we may
That was
see an
really good.
LRM boat. GNX does like their LRM boats. We saw it on Alpine from Samurai Salonen's Trebuchet. So I have a feeling we may see that Trebuchet again. So that could do some really good work if 42 is not prepared to bring AMS or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
We could even see ATMs as well. ATMs are quite strong on this map.
Do we see another ATM Veagle domination game? Where the Veagle just sits there and farms damage for fucking 4 minutes. You'd hope not. But I mean, it's yeah, not on Polar Highlands. You wouldn't think Polar Highlands you'd see the ATMs. You'd definitely preference LRMs over the ATM.
Yeah.
And the old, good old Trebuchet, the old trench bucket, the old favorite is really good for that. Really good for that. Well, the guys are ready. They're not mucking around. This is good. Let's get straight into the drop. See what happens. Who is going to do what? Okay. Next, waiting. Where are the dropships? Over there somewhere. Oh, there are the dropships just waiting in their stasis chamber, their stasis field, where they don't actually do anything while everyone loads in and stuff. That always cracks me up, the dropships. Just doing nothing, just chilling. Oh, I hear music. I mean, dropships are coming in, baby.
All right, looking at the decks, GNX, just like was said, full medium pulse off of GNX.
Okay.
The double AMS crab, the proper one, full AMS. Yes, GNX took full AMS, full medium pulse. The CSPS strat, will they execute it better? We will see.
Lots
42,
of
also full MPL. I can't even speak. Full MPL for both sides.
Oh man, wow.
Just as I was thinking, full MPL. These teams, very heavy rush teams, as I mentioned, not a whole lot of strategy, just medium pulse and go into each other. They didn't even bother the
there's your favorite, the Griffin 1E.
The only main difference is the linebacker has SRMs, which could prove pivotal for GNX with that extra burst. And yes, they do have the Griffin Sparky. Fairly questionable choice, but
your favorite, mate. Your favorite.
We will see how it does.
It's almost a mirror deck too. I mean, it's dervishes, linebackers, and crabs.
Yeah, it's very much a mirror deck. Yeah. The Phoenix Hawk, I think, the Phoenix Hawk has medium lasers instead of medium pulse. Yes, medium lasers, and otherwise, I mean, very similar. Just differences in the linebackers primarily.
Both teams making a beeline.
It looks like 42 is the faster deck, as they're much closer to Theta. Interesting. Or GNX slowed down. One of the two.
That Vulcan.
No, yeah. No, GNX does have the faster deck, right? Because they didn't take a Vulcan. That is an interesting decision. Instead, taking that Sparky. They took a Sparky over a Vulcan. That's a very interesting decision that may actually cost them heavily.
It's a big call to do that,
and they didn't take the Phoenix Hawk either. They didn't take a Phoenix Hawk or a Vulcan. Anything that could be considered fast. While it does keep them together and it does give them more armor, does it give them more survivability, more effective firepower? We will see.
Well, I mean, the Phoenix Hawk and the Vulcan super maneuverable and super tanky as a result of that too.
Yes. More tanky than their armor stats and structure stats.
Trading airstrikes and no hits for anybody. And 42 have the cap. They have the cap point here. So it's just going to be a case of come fight us. Fair enough. 42 really good concave here, but an airstrike on both teams. Who is going to suffer the most from the airstrike here? Oh, Inosuke misses every single one, and then 42 split up pretty nicely there as well in the end. Okay.
Two airstrikes. Both dodging the strikes. This is very pivotal to be dodging these strikes, and they're doing it well.
Especially in the medium drop. I mean, more so in the light drop, but medium drop, same thing. Airstrikes can really hurt you. Oh, another airstrike dodged. Another airstrike dodged. Oh, man, the teams are all over this tonight. They are not getting airstruck. Maybe they were watching the cast earlier and saw what happened. Okay, we're rotating around now. Here we go. The fight is on.
Yes, the fight is on. The CQC fight. GNX has the advantage here, though. They have the more armor. They have the better DPS, more alpha.
GNX's linebacker diving. The GNX linebacker
diving.
Yes,
42 is massively down a percent right now. Linebacker Crab Dervish down to 60%. However, Samurai and that Uzio down to 66. 42 is taking a lot more damage, a lot faster. That linebacker going down rapidly. He's almost dead, very nearly.
Samuli down though in the
but
meantime.
Samurai goes down in that Uziel.
Yep.
Should have probably played that more at range. You don't want to tank in that mech. Very squishy. Linebacker does go down quite shortly. They need to take that crab out as well.
Prometheus in
Still
trouble here.
heavily up in percents right now.
Prometheus
Inosuke though is almost legged. He's just about to be double legged and
Prometheus
killed
is leg too.
Okay, Prometheus
leg
does go off.
Crab legs for dinner, boys.
And
Crab legs.
Inosuke does go down. That's right.
Crab legs for dinner.
3 on 3. Need to focus that Dervish really quickly here. Take that out. He's still pretty hurt.
Yeah, the Dervish. Where's the Dervish here? I can't click on
Now,
it.
42 needs to kill that linebacker. That linebacker's
the
causing
linebacker's
so
causing
much
the problems.
damage.
Yeah. And he's almost legged the linebacker. If they can finish the leg off, it should be a lot easier for them. But they really need... Oh, he's nearly legged now. Wrong leg. Wrong leg. They're shooting the wrong leg. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Sinister's running around free here. Zudokai's getting shot in the ass. Loses a torso for his troubles. Oh, dear. Linebacker's finally legged, so Herod gets it down. Zudokai needs to just live. He just needs... Oh, he's got no weapons. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad.
So it's a 2 on 2 right now.
Carol
Zudokai does
Baskin.
go down. They probably shouldn't even bother shooting him. But they...
Oh,
Phoenix Hawk
T-Rex
with
nearly
mediums and the
legged.
Vulcan. The
But
Phoenix
the-
Hawk with mediums isn't going to quite have the DPS here.
Coyote's nearly legged though as well here in the Dervish. Okay, who's gonna leg who first? Okay, they're both legged at the same time.
They're both like they both legged each other in midair.
kills
That
them?
was,
Oh,
and they
shit.
both killed each other at
Oh.
the same time.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
much.
What is gonna happen here?
Very
Is
close.
the Vulcan gonna beat the Griffin? I don't know. I don't know.
He's just pulling range.
No, you know what he's doing? He's wasting time because it's caps.
That's right.
It's caps, right?
Yes,
They're a critical
they have cap
mass.
advantage. GX needs to go back now. I think he realizes.
Yep.
He actually just realized
No,
that
he
he has
hasn't.
to go back for the cap,
No.
I think.
If he doesn't cap, they
just
can't
back
win.
Up. Yep, just back up in a straight line. That's good. That's strong.
130 caps. 130 caps. That's basically the number. 130 caps.
And he's going to get past 100.
But what Herod needs to do now is actually come back and delay the cap as well. He doesn't want the cap to be uncapped either.
That's
So he's
right.
got to be very careful here. Maybe he's got an airstrike. Oh, he stops the cap. He stops it once. Stops it twice. Pretty good play here from Herod. Pretty good play.
Yeah,
He needs to
and
deny this cap.
Griffin can't. Yeah, I think this is pretty much, at this point,
Yep.
largely decided for GNX.
Yeah.
They should have
Yeah.
had someone standing on the cap
Oh, he's
while
legged,
they were
though.
fighting. He just liked the Vulcan. That's good.
But he stopped. No, but the thing is, right, he has to go kill him.
He has to kill him. He has to
But
kill
150
him now
points.
and
I think
fast
that's
if he has
enough.
any chance.
I think 150 points is enough for the win, no matter what. Yeah, it is. It is 155 points now. Uh-oh.
He's taking so long to kill this
It's taking
Vulcan.
so
Yep.
long to kill the
And
Vulcan.
he just got leg.
no,
He just got
he's
leg.
legged.
That is.
He
that
loses his
is
leg
it.
to a legged Vulcan. Oh, man, that is game for 42. They may lose all their mechs, but they are going to win this game without any question. And it's going to be a long 3 minutes and 40 seconds to wait. Oh, man. Oh, man. There's no way GNX can pull this win back. No way. But now we have to wait 3 minutes. Shit. Only problem with one cap and then having a mech alive is this. This is the only issue with ToC. Sometimes you have to wait the 3 minutes for the timer to run out. Very, very slow Griffins. Very slow Griffins. Thirax isn't sure that his team has won or not, but they have entirely won the game here because GNX basically need to cap 3 caps to win. Four caps to win. I'll let them know, I think.
You shouldn't keep the suspense up.
I'll keep the suspense up. I'll let them know. All right, they don't know what's happening. Well, I mean, they're going to see it on the cast because there's only a 2-minute delay on the cast. Yet there's 4 minutes left in the match when we started talking about it. Oh, man, this is going to take ages. Oh, dear. That was really good play there by Herod. You gotta give some credit where that was due. That tanking there, everything, legging the Griffin, the whole...
Yep, he lived for too long and got the leg off on the Griffin. That was pivotal.
The whole thing was just exceptionally well played. Exceptionally well played. And the denying of the cap too. He denied it, what, 3 times? 4 times? Plenty of denial. That's what you want. Yeah, I don't think either team realizes that even if he caps Gamma, they still lose. You basically have to cap the entire map and win on points, in total points, by the end.
Yes.
And that's not...
And it's actually unfortunate because this would be really quite close if that Griffin wasn't like... He would have had this extra cap a long time ago.
Oh,
they would be over 100 points, and he'd be well on his way to Epsilon. So actually, fear maybe. I don't know the times exactly. I don't know the times exactly. It's very precise on the times. But what I do know is that if the Griffin hadn't been legged, this would have been very, very close.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot closer.
Close.
Yeah. Well, and also it would have really shaken up the leaderboard too, right? Because one win apiece going into game 3.
That's right.
Yeah, like that'd be super close. But now 42 actually have a good little set of points accrued here. So yeah, he's going to cap the points, and they're all going to go, oh, why aren't we winning? Because you need total caps, and you're not going to be able to do that in 50 seconds. Not a chance. Oh dear.
Yeah, I would wager, looking at the caps, 100, if a legged Griffin, I would wager they would have won it. If that Griffin hadn't been legged, I actually think the Griffin...
It's going to be 125, 130 caps. So yeah, if the Griffin wasn't legged,
I am pretty confident that if the Griffin was not legged, they would have won it, which pretty much means Herod won that game.
Pulled that game back.
Single-handedly.
Absolutely.
Very good stuff.
Griffin should have been just
more. Griffin should have been more careful with his shielding. Yeah, look at that. It's still close with the legged Griffin. Look at that. That would have been an easy win for GNX.
Not quite.
So easy.
Not quite enough.
Man, that was actually good.
If he wasn't legged, he would have easily won that. Easily.
Very well played to Herod. He single-handedly won him.
Well played. Very well played. Herod, man of the match there. Could be man of the series too, man. That could be enough.
Look at the damage. That Griffin, all 5 kills, 600 damage, putting in that work. But that linebacker, 589, also putting in that 42.
Big damage numbers for GNX. Big damage numbers for GNX. Big damage.
Which isn't necessarily a good thing when you consider that 42 had a lot less armor. That's less armor.
That's where I was kind of headed with that one. A lot of damage on GNX side, but not a lot of kills.
Like, it took them a while to close out that fight. It really did take them a long time to close out that fight. And that might have been... That was pivotal as well, right? Because if that fight had ended, I don't know, like 30 seconds earlier, even if the Griffin was legged, they still would have won.
Mate, 20 seconds even. 20 seconds even would have been enough.
Right.
Would have been plenty. But, yeah, alas, here we are. So... Crazy 2 games so far. Crazy 2 games so far. Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy games. Crazy games. So this is going to be... I thought this was going to be the game of the match of the series for this division. So this is very, very important for 42. Very, very important. They have to win every game. Kills matter. Everything matters for 42 if they want to make sure they secure first place. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right, now, where are we going next, mate? Where are we going? We are off to Hibernal Rift Kappa now. Okay, right. I'm gonna flick over to the map strat. What do you want to see happen on Hibernal Rift rather than what we did see already?
See in Hibernal Rift,
as opposed to what we did see last time. Oh,
I want to see a push.
Oh yeah.
Hibernal Kappa is very good to push on. It's very easy to make a strong push on that side. I think I would like a fast, strong, heavy push. And I think that could catch off. Because the general strat I think people have ingrained is Deca. That's generally what people do for these heavier and assault drops, as generally it's medium pulse for the light drops. That's how it can be summarized. And a heavy push would disrupt that Deca and sweep it clean. You could even do medium pulses on this drop. You could even still do a heavy medium pulse drop on this, and that would be very powerful.
Could you SRM brawl it?
Absolutely. Easily.
Ooh. Imagine doing SRM brawl, like, or even bringing fast brawl, like you could bring a Victor as well, run at 70, 75 Ks an hour, Victor running with a bunch of SRM heavies as well. Ooh.
That's right.
That could be very tasty. How important do you think jump jets are for this map?
They're normally critical. But on Hibernal, it's interesting. They added a lot of ramps and less severe elevation changes, so it's much easier to climb up on various parts of the map for non-JJ mechs.
So you've actually got all these little extra ramps here. I think you've even got an extra ramp here as well. You've got a little nookie over here. I think there's somewhere in this area, there's like another ramp as well that didn't exist before. So it does help. It does. Hibernal is... While it is canyon, it's not canyon. It's extra little bits and pieces you can do. Even here as well, around the Charlie 3 region, there's an extra ramp, I think, where you can basically just walk straight up now. It never used to be there.
Canyon has normally been a relatively mixed map, although with a heavier preference on range than Brawl, some would say significantly, but Hibernal closes that gap, so it's really quite even for range and Brawl.
Do we think with 42 on Team 1, are they going to take the high ground fairly early, or do they do this Brawl push up this way?
I think we will see them do a Brawl push. Or a DACA push. One of the two.
Brawl push.
As if we notice, they're at 365 tons right now, and their opponents look like they're going to be readying up at 390. That is a fairly large tonnage disparity.
That's Annihilator versus Victor or something. It's like a tonnage difference. That's huge. That's actually a lot. I'll quickly flip back to the lobby here.
That's a fair bit of tonnage.
You can see 365 there, all you guys in the chat, versus 390. That's massive. That means that 42 are going fast. They have to be going fast. The only reason you drop tons is, generally speaking, to go quicker. So, and that can be an advantage in itself. You're faster, you get to the fight, and say GNX bring a slow 40k an hour, 45k an hour.
And they're locked at 390.
Ooh, let's go. No mucking around. Let's go. Straight in. Got the CrossFit cast, which we need to try and get onto. I've asked the two teams to wait maybe half an hour, so that's all right. Hopefully they can wait. That'd be awesome. If they can't, I can also understand that. I mean, I know they're going to be watching the casts with massive interest. Like all teams right now. Like all teams. Okay, right. What do we have? Want to get an early look at the mix here. Oh shit, wrong button. Okay, lots of DACA here. 2 Ultra 10 and a PPC Thanatos. That's going to be pretty hot, right?
No, not at all.
No? Okay. I suppose, IS PPC, normal PPC, not too bad. Lots of DACA here for GNX. And laser. 3 ER large grasshopper as well. Okay.
So 42 loves their
and a
Ultra
Cataphract.
10, Ultra 20 Nitro, which we do see Zudakai in. Mad Cat.
A Cataphract as well for 42.
Cataphract 3D. Ooh. That's probably a Pop Tart with UAC 10s.
The Cataphract for
yes, it is. It is a Pop Tart with UAC 10s.
UAC
Interesting
10 and 20.
mech. Not that bad, but people don't really play it because it's a weird mech. It's actually heavily quirked, and it Pop Tarts quite well. So I have a feeling we'll see it putting in some heavy work, especially compared to the Thanatos, which has no quirks, but instead trades that for ease of use.
So it's interesting that 42 have UAC 20s, whereas GNX have UAC 10s on Cataphracts.
However,
well.
42 does have a LBX-10, 5 SRM-2, double AMS Brawling Summoner. Hard Brawl Summoner. Very interesting. And it looks like it's a push. It's literally just an open push.
We've got a big problem. We've got a big problem at the start of the game here. Inosuke here for GNX cannot do anything where he is right now. Oh no, 42 are running up into the open. Oh no.
But Zudakai and Therex are taking very heavy damage.
Huge
and
damage.
And GNX is taking almost no damage.
Huge damage for 42.
A strike. The Nitro's down to 50. He's leading the push in a Nitro. You're letting himself get focused. You can't do that. That mech is too squished.
Lost Beach needs to drop down into the canyon here.
The Mad Cat's half. The Mad Cat is half.
Oh, Therax is pushing on his own. Oh no, he's going to die here. Yep, Therax goes down, man. He's in the high ground alone. His old team is in the middle of the low ground. That's not good at all to start off this game. Uh-oh. This is really bad.
This might be a slaughter.
This could be a slaughter here, yeah, for GNX. This could be dinner and everything.
42 is so massively behind.
Carl Avery actually is in the Reckless Summoner. So one of them's going after Inosuke. Prometheus is going after Inosuke, but Carl Avery is just YOLOing in here.
The Nitro is alive, though.
Oh,
he is putting in that
42
damage.
are falling apart. They're all running in one by one here. Lost Speech isn't even in a position to shoot anybody, and he's lost an arm. Oh man. Oh, this is bad.
Zudakai one-shot Carl Baskin though.
Yeah,
in
one
the
shot.
rear.
One shot.
But
I saw that.
he lost his Ultra 20 for it and is basically about to be dead.
And Lost Speech has lost his arm already early. Lost Speech lost his arm in the crossing earlier in the game, like 30 seconds ago. Oh dear. Zudakai just about dead here. Gets some movie down though.
I don't understand this. Looking at Prometheus.
Yeah, Prometheus.
He's like all the way on the other side of the map.
He went to go kill the grasshopper.
He was chasing somebody, but
the grasshopper, the large grasshopper.
Yeah, and that's going to be a game. That's pretty much a. I mean, that was still a pretty close game, all things considered. That was actually still quite a close game.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, yay.
Kind of it was still kind of a.
Yeah.
They pulled it back once they got in range, but in the beginning it was very hairy.
I think Zudakai getting a couple of back shots makes
that
this,
is not. I think they took the definition of push much too literally. That was very, very too literal of a push.
Yep. Oh, hang on. Is Prometheus legged here? I didn't see this. Oh shit. Right. Okay. Now I get what's going on. Yeah, I think Zudakai getting some back shots there kind of made the scoreline look a little bit better than it probably should. Oh dear. Now we see these guys go back to do the capping. Oh man, this is a savage game. This is a savage game. Savage lost a 42 here. I know what their plan was. It just wasn't really executed all that well. I'd say actually it was kind of poorly done, actually, if anything. Compared to how they've been playing as well. This is... Seems a bit strange for 42, this drop, to me. Okay, Prometheus is trying to get some damage in here. Can he get another kill? I'd say that's... it's basically not going to happen. Because Zenistu over here in the Annihilator is still pretty fresh. Zudakai is going to be... Zudakai... sorry, is Prometheus low on ammo? Do you have any ammo in the legs, maybe? No, I'm not gonna check that. I don't want to bug out the cast. But yeah, Spheroid is like mega fresh here, and Zenistu's mostly fresh enough. Kinda don't know why Spheroid just doesn't go run at him, to be honest. Just go kill him. I mean, the leg quick draw, he's not gonna be able to jump jet or run away. Oh, an airstrike. Oh man. Airstrike on Prometheus here. And somehow avoids it, but
that is it.
Loses his leg anyway. There we go. Okay, wow. Okay. 3 kills and 5 kills there. So win there for GNX. Let's look at the damage oh, look at damage numbers. Oh man.
And at the damage, that Annihilator, 1,000 damage on that Annihilator on the heavy drop.
Just walloped.
Did work. That is impressive. 1,000 damage on the heavy drop. Not even the assault drop, the heavy drop. Well played to him. He was clearly not the target of 42's attention as he should have been.
And he's pretty free. He's pretty fresh too, really. I mean, he's only got an open torso. That's it. That's it.
He was 2 UAC 10, 1 UAC, or 2 UAC 10, 2 UAC 5, right? I don't remember the build exactly.
Yep, that's correct.
Very solid build.
And Therax here, 74
and
damage.
That Cataphract, he pushed too far ahead of his team. Ooh. Summoner did not get in that damage. I think that build is not enough DPS or Alpha Strike for what they intended to do with it. Still interesting though, regardless. Mad Cat still got quite a bit of damage out, but I mean, really, it's just that Annihilator doing 1,000 damage, straight up farmed. 42.
Yeah, they kind of crossed the wrong area of the map there. Like the way 42 crossed, I think, was their main issue. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll go to the map strat. If you want to draw sort of how they sort of pushed and how maybe they could have pushed better, perhaps, because that was just a failure in map movement, I think, for 42. I know what they were trying to do. They just kind of do it that well, you know. Now, what map are we up to next? While I get all that ready. Rubelites Oasis. Okay.
So looking at it, the push kind of looks similar to this with 42, pretty much. With GNX, I mean, they largely just went something like like that, and then they had the Grasshopper like here-ish. So
Yeah.
they kind of, and then 42 kind of sent that quick draw really far. That quick draw should not have gone to Yo like Grasshopper, I don't think. I think that was a mistake. That quick draw should have been like farming the Annihilator and should have been farming the other mechs there in the low ground. I think something else should have gone to like the Summoner. The Summoner, that would have been the perfect use for that Summoner there. That's why they had it. It has more speed. It still would have owned the Grasshopper in the 1v1 very quickly, and the quick draw could have put its much higher alpha strike and DPS to use on those assaults, and much tankier to boot.
Yep. What is he talking? Can't do spectators. Yeah. I think they just really crossed in the open. The main one was just going here, just through the open here, and then just I think it was Carl Avery came around here on his own in the here in the Summoner and just got shredded
I didn't even really entirely see what the Summoner did, but it was clearly not enough with only 180 damage. Quite a bit of a letdown there, unfortunately. Like I said, his use should have been on that Grasshopper immediately. He should have taken the call and gone to kill that Grasshopper, not the quick draw, and that might have even made the difference, actually. That might have even made the difference for 42. Well, very much might have. Because if there's one thing that wrecks an Annihilator and prevents it from farming your team, it's an MRM 4v or a quick draw 4/4 pop tarting.
What you could have had here is basically the IV4 here in the orange pop tarting down into the GNX mechs who are down here and really causing havoc from the opposite side of them. And I mean, you've got to deal with it too at that point. You have to do something about the quick draw because it is just going to farm the shit out of you.
That's right.
Especially in an Annie. Especially in an Annie.
That's right.
Oh dear. Okay, Riverlight Oasis. This is always a good one. I like this map. I enjoy playing this one. But how... Oh, shivers. Not Tourmaline Desert. Riverlight Oasis. How do you play it from Team 1? How do you do it? Because a lot of teams seem to really...
Team 1. You just need to be... You have to be more aggressive than on Team 2. That's really just what it comes down to. And I think... the drop's already starting. Tonnage is pretty much the same. Don't even have time to talk. They're already going into the match. Very good.
Yeah, we'll just flick straight to it. That's it.
Honestly, you just have to be more aggressive on Team 1. And as we saw CSPS, they tried to do it and failed. They tried to do it again last series too, I think, and they failed again. And that is the hard part, which makes this map so imbalanced, is that one side has to be more aggressive than the other.
Especially for one cap, and that's the issue that some teams are struggling with. One cap.
Yep. This map is much more balanced in 5 cap or even 3 cap.
5 cap, even 3 cap actually on this map. Yeah, Kappa, Epsilon, Theta, pretty good. Both work. Yeah. Someone must be running on a 486 or something in one of these teams. These games are taking ages to load in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh dear. A dire wolf, baby. What do we have on
looking at 42, they have an Executioner A, Battlemaster 1G, Mad Cat 4 with PPCs. 42 likes that PPC Mad Cat. Wolfhound 2, Annihilator 1P. I think I said that. For GNX, we have a Bloodass Bay, Direwolf Prime, Annihilator 1P, Mad Cat B, Wolfhound 2. So Daka, Mad Cat. So similar-ish decks, but 42 is much more trade, and they have that Executioner, which will be their Angles player with 3
Executioner
PPCs.
Style. Yeah, they've gone
Annihilator 1P
PPs.
for GNX, 4 PPCs, and for 42, if I
GNX have gone mostly Daka.
It is 5 ER large. So GNX and 42 do both have a lot of range, but 42 has more range.
All range. So, I mean, we've got a Direwolf here, which AC2's for GNX.
And there's a life fight happening right now on Theta.
Oh, shit, really? Yep.
Equal damage out on both Wolfhounds. They're both trading pretty well.
Yeah, pretty spread damage. Not really. Dirax can definitely cap this a lot easier, but Spheroid just defending it really at the moment. That's it.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's interesting how
So So the trading is already on. The shooting
Yeah, it's interesting
is
how
started.
42's ER larges did not help him with the theta fight at all. They're not, so they don't have it for some reason. Even though they have the advantage, his teammates have not helped him. So he wasn't able to secure.
just eaten
They
9,
need to secure
8%
it.
there.
They need to secure it. It's
Ooh.
time.
Airstrike on
But the Wolfhound does not seem like he wants to fight for it anymore.
No.
And
No one-
now it's
no one
pretty
wants
much
it.
just trading war. But
He who
with
trades
GNX
best.
having the more, but much heavier DPS deck, the onus is on them to make a push before they get out traded.
Yep.
However, 42's Battle Master taking quite a bit of damage, 84% already.
Samuli getting hammered here in the Direwolf here, taking a
That's
lot
right.
of
and
ER
Samoli
PBCs.
just got hammered too, and that's the dangerous thing with that Direwolf. It just gets out traded by
Yep.
this Executioner, the Battle Master, even the Mad Cat, and Nightwater. Everything can out trade the Direwolf super easily because it just has to sit in the.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. It's a bit hard to sort of watch this super long range trading on here. So Inosuke's
Yep.
trying to go around here. Theorax has managed to keep Theta though. He's stuck Theta. Very, very important. And a huge airstrike
Yep.
on Inosuke here. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Got Theta. That's excellent for 42. GNX, I
click on
think
him.
are
Can't
up
click on him.
percent. They are up percents
There we go.
actually. They've been winning trades against a trade deck, which is very interesting with Daka. And
Yeah.
they should exploit this advantage and push up
Battlemaster,
at this point.
65% here. This is
Yeah.
not going too well for 42 right now.
Nope.
Trying to
Mad
cook all
Cat
the
75.
Direwolf.
Decent strike on the Mad Cat for GNX though, down to 70.
Oh, it's that second airstrike that's hit him now. Yeah, 72%. Tolson needs to be careful here. How's Tolson's damage? Oh, there's an airstrike on Tolson as well. And he's open CT. Oh, dear.
Already open in
Already
that
open
Mad Cat.
CT.
That is very dangerous.
And does he...
The Bloodass for GNX is making a solo push here on the left.
Yep.
He's making a solo
I've
push
just seen that.
into 3, 4 of their mechs. He
And he
dropped
drops
down.
down.
He didn't want to commit.
Oh,
He
okay.
dropped, that was smart. That was smart. He could not have stayed up there. He would
Oh,
have
no,
lost
no
his
way.
life or half of his mech for it. That was smart. But
The lights
now they
are-
know he's there. That's the
Yep.
problem. They know he's there, but I don't think there's much they can do about it. The
Another
Battle
airstrike.
Master
Oh,
seems
Jesus.
to be losing trades.
The huge airstrike though on Zenistu here at the
The
back.
Battle Master is not playing from a good position. As we see, he's kind of just sitting in the open. He's playing like a
Yeah.
Direwolf or an Annihilator would, or maybe like a, I don't know, something else that's not a Battle Master with your super high mounts on the top of the map.
And through this buildings too, right? You can actually see the Battlemaster from the enemy. Like, you can actually kind of see it.
Yes.
Okay. Battlemaster's pretty wrecked here. He's pretty wrecked. Not too much more damage can be eaten from that Battlemaster at all. And Zudokai has been cooking himself. He's like nearly taken off his own torso from heat damage. He ain't got much structure left. Uh-oh. What do we do here? So we've got Samuli here and Zenestu here. Oh man, the Direwolf just take another PPCs to the torso. He's nearly lost
Yep.
half his weapons, the Direwolf now.
Yep.
Ooh.
That Direwolf is very dangerous on this map for this reason. It can be out-traded by these Pop-Tarts, by the zero large high mounts very easily.
Oh, Zudokai misses his shot there with the Executioner. And percentages are kind of all over the joint here now. It's almost even, but then the Mad Cat for Tolson being so open is very dangerous for them. It's orange CT
But
now.
of course, the Direwolf is almost halved for GNX, so...
Huge airstrike on Herod. Does it get him? It really doesn't. Oh man, Herod's so lucky there. Only 1% from an airstrike.
Here is the problem. 42 has caps. A heavy, heavy cap lead at this.
Yep.
The
We
bonus
already-
is on GNX soon and fast.
We saw this on drop one. GNX get out-capped and didn't do anything about it soon enough, and that point is going to arrive very, very soon. Inosuke, though, in the Mad Cat, has been moving up and traded and has lost an arm for his troubles. And he's going to lose the other arm! Uh-oh.
And he's pretty much in the open now.
Uh-oh.
Wolfhound
Zenestu
goes
gets off
down,
T-Rex.
though. The Wolf...
It's a Wolfhound.
GNX's Wolfhound right now needs to get Theta. They need to secure it now. It looks like they are.
Yep.
The Direwolf is securing Theta. That's good.
But can they stop them? Can they stop the cap point here? Direwolf was in the open
Yes,
and
they
he's
did.
CT.
They did stop
He stopped
it, and it's still
They stopped
ticking.
it.
They stopped it, and it's still ticking. There we go.
Direwolf capping. You've never seen this before, folks. You've never seen a Direwolf capping before, but you have now. Has he capped it? Is he capped
He's
it?
about to. He
He's about
decapped
to.
it, though. That's the important
No, he
thing.
didn't.
And he got
They
half.
stopped
He
it.
didn't.
Oh, Zudokai cancelled it at the last second there and halved the Direwolf. And he's
No,
gonna
Direwolf
walk.
needs to go back on it. Direwolf
Uh-oh.
needs to go back on the cap. What is he doing? He
Direwolf's
can't do
just
this.
walking
He's
off.
got to go back on the cap.
They're going for kills. Uh-oh. Herod gets down Carol Baskin
This
here.
is not good.
Zudakai here is running. He's running. He knows. He knows he needs to run. He's still...
Carol Baskin, the blood ass,
What can he
does
do
go
here?
down.
Okay, so Spheroid's going back for the cap now. Finally, GNX are responding and going, oh, shit, hang on. We need to actually cap here. And they do. I mean, it's now at 100 and... Okay, so they've now capped it. They're now getting some tickets. But, oh, look at this. Zudakai here trying to pick the corner here on Inosuke. Misses his arm. Misses. Zudakai misses it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That could have been so big. Oh, Zudakai misses Spheroid as well. That was a big one. If he hadn't landed those 3 ER peeps. But Spheroid running in the open.
Spheroid about to be dead,
Yep.
About to be killed because he just ran through the open and Herod just farmed him.
Yep.
But
Herod gets him.
yep,
Lost speech.
there goes
2 kills.
Inosuke and Spheroid. And then this game is probably going to go in favor of
Zudakai tanking like a boss here. Eating all that direwolf damage. Just tanking like a boss. Lines up his shot. Doesn't finish him off though. And dies.
Does go down.
Oh.
But
direwolf down.
Line goes down. And now it's just...
Oh, Tolson's still alive. Tolson's still alive. Look at that mech, dude. It's taken no damage other than basically CT. Oh dear. Oh, Zanistu,
and then I would have just got halved.
Also, sorry,
and
also
there's a strike on him. Oh, that was an air.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
That is game.
Game for 42, man. That was touch and go there. That was very touch and go there for them in that mid game, I think, an early game.
Yep.
But as we saw, Caps forced GNX to get out of position. And they will win. They will win because of that. Oh dear. 42 pulled the win off after, I would say, an average start. Not the best start. But again, caps, man. Caps are so important. You can't let it get to 120, 130 caps because then it forces you and your team to basically freak the fuck out because you have to do something right now. And everyone has to do something. Oh, man. Oh, look at the damages here.
Look at the damage. The Mad Cat, despite taking a lot of early damage, still put in work. Executioner did the work. They just out-traded. They took the better trade deck, and GNX took too long to move up.
Yep.
They did not have the trade, but they were still trying to trade. That's the problem.
Therax really having no impact on this game. Last game, again, same problem. He had a little bit of some positioning problems, and seems maybe same again this game. Only 84 damage. That's... Ugh. But, doesn't matter. They pulled off the win in the end anyway because of, well, getting the cap early. So, I mean, if you only do 80 damage and you still get a win for your team, that's good enough in my book. Good enough. Wow. Oh, what a match set that has been. So, oh, actually, no. I'll have a quick look at the scoreboard here. This is very important now. 42 winning that drop has given them some solid points. Not that the points here translate to points in the tournament standings, but the more points you have here, the more points you have there, basically.
That's right.
So 42 at 36 points. GNX now at 23 points. I reckon 42 have to win the next drop. They cannot lose the next map. If they do lose it, they might not be able to take or hold first place against CrossFit, whose game is coming up right after this. I think that's what's going to have to happen here. I think. Crimson Straight. Oh, Crimson Straight Epsilon. What a game to finish on. This will be good. What will I do? I'll go to map strat very quickly because I don't think these teams are going to take too long. Let's talk about some Crimson. We haven't really got much of a chance to talk about Crimson and Epsilon tonight. Epsilon being the cap point. We did see...
So, we saw this match played earlier, and Team 2 is the much stronger side in this map because they get this island. Extremely critical that you use this island and take advantage of it.
Yep.
And Team 2 lost the match, maybe perhaps almost entirely because they did not. But Team 1 is interesting here because if they try and hold these buildings are very hard to hold because there's a lot of invisible walls and a lot of wide peaks you have to do to shoot out of them. And like if you have people on the island, they can shoot down into these buildings very easily. And it's harder to shoot out of. Plus, you're kind of strike bait if you're sitting in those buildings and like you don't see the strike. Boom, you just take a lot of free damage.
Yep.
It can be hard to squeeze your mechs around too. A spot that people like to play on is around here. This is good, right behind Epsilon. and then I've seen teams go right in front of Epsilon. But that is much more dangerous going there from Team 2 than it is onto Team 1.
You've also, just here in the green, you've got some hard cover, like solid cover that cannot be shot around or through. I mean, you can get airstrikes, but there's some big towers and big buildings you can leverage off to move around this side as well, if you wanted to sort of shoot and trade across that way. Not that we've seen any teams really do that yet, but you can definitely use those 2 buildings. And they're hard cover too, perfect cover. But, bravo, Team 1, right? An early cap, Epsilon. Much quicker than Team 2. But Team 2 can deny the cap just as quickly. So, yeah, here it comes the meta game of how do you play it. And just for the viewers at home, we have this drop. It is the last drop, which is 1 mech of each weight class. So we've got a light, heavy, medium, assault, and then 1 more on top of that. So what is the light mech do you bring? Do you go for the cap or not? What do you reckon?
I would say you should with a flea. That is probably the go-to, to be honest. You just take a flea and zerk. You could even take 2 lights and try and wolf pack that cap, or a light and a medium and try and wolf pack the cap. That's a strong strategy. But you just have to keep in mind the I-win, because it can shoot down into that position fairly quickly.
Yep. Yeah, I wonder how a medium pulse wolf pack would go on this. Like, not drop an assault and just drop and use the buildings and then just control that cap as Team 1. I really wonder how that would actually go. Because, I mean, it forces Team 2 to come to you. They have to. If they bring 2 assaults, they want to sit them on the island. They've got no choice but to leave it. And then in the buildings, those medium pulse mechs really got big advantages. Okay. They're just starting to lock up now. They're not too far away. So we've got 42 here with 355 tons. And GNX are a little bit lighter at this stage, 335 tons. Okay. Lighter generally meaning you're moving a little bit quicker, generally. So we'll wait and see. Don't know. We will wait and see. And what I need to do is let the other team know that they're not too far away. Okay. Now we just need to wait for these guys to log in and we can go. Hope you guys are enjoying the casts today. We also have another cast coming up after this, which is CXF versus FCOB, the other division Division C team. So pretty important for those guys as well, for CXF to take the win and secure the leaderboard. So basically 42, actually I can show you very quickly. 42 and CXF right here are right on each other's heels. These 2 teams right here, right on each other's heels. 235 points, 228 points. It's super close. That's why 42 has to win this game. If they do not win this game, it could go very badly for them when it comes to leaderboard standings, and they might not be able to pip the division on the last day. Crazy stuff. Really good division, Division C. Close, really good games, really good to watch, great to cast. That's what we want. Hope all the viewers out there are watching and enjoying it as well. So definitely having some fun today, that's for sure. Actually, the whole series has been really good. I think Kraz did a really good job with Trial of Combat, the rules, and all that sort of stuff. It's very easy to run again. I hear rumblings that it's going to be run again, and maybe with a 2v2 at the start instead of a 1v1. So that could be pretty interesting as well. That would be
very interesting if that does happen.
Oh yeah. The 2v2, man, all sorts of extra stuff can happen, especially with set builds as well. Oh, that could be really good. Okay, they're locked in. Let's go. No more mucking around. Let's drop it. Drop it. Oh, I'm excited for this fight. This is going to be good. Okay, here we go. Loading in. Mechs come in dropships on this map? Oh, they do, right? Yeah. Can't see them early. Okay, still waiting for them to load in. Someone on their super mega old computer. Still playing this game. Okay, here we go. What do we have?
Looking at the decks, 42, we have Annihilator 1P, Wolfhound 2, Vapor Eagle 2, Sleipnir, and a Jade Kai. AC2 Daka, GNX, Commando 1B, Medium Pulses, I would assume, Vulcan 5T, Medium Pulse, Warhammer. What does the Warhammer have?
Oh, 5-year large, any AC2s.
5-year large.
Rotary 2s on a Cyclops. Way.
And they did bring that AC2 Direwolf. That's their favorite. So GNX does plan to hold the island, and they have an MPL contingent to fight the cap. Very, very strong deck looking on the outside. They have a Ultra 10 Rotary 2 Sleipnir, very strong. LB10 PPC. Vapor Eagle, good. AC2 Nitro. And your large Annihilator.
Well, I mean, look at the Wolfhound position. Sorry, the Commando. Maybe with the Commando here, they might actually be trying to... GNX might be trying to contest Epsilon, perhaps.
Well, that's just what I said, is that they have the MPL contingent with the Vulcan and the Commando, so they will be able to hopefully wrest control of that cap, especially with Island over.
Although, if you were going to go for cap control, you probably wouldn't, early at least, you wouldn't spawn your Vulcan over the other side. So maybe it's just a Commando going for Epsilon.
It might be, yes, the Vulcan might be trying to flank then.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe a saddle flank with the Vulcan. Try and turn some assault around or something, maybe. I don't know.
That doesn't make much sense.
No, I know,
That's
but...
ill-advised.
I wouldn't be doing it either, but you never know. You never know.
I would think you and me both maybe be going towards the middle of the and playing around, perhaps Theta. Or maybe a little further up. And it looks like this is going to be a redrop.
And I think so, yep. Yep. Go at 8. Okay, well, they're back.
Now, I'm pretty sure they call it a redrop, and rules state they are allowed to redrop for any time if there's a bug or disconnect.
Oh, well, they're going. No, it doesn't matter.
They're going.
Okay. And you
know
what?
They're going to go. They do have the opportunity to redrop if they want, but it looks like they're choosing not to.
This means the caps are even more damn important than ever.
This means the caps are extremely important.
Extremely.
I would have redropped this personally because this is a critical drop
critical
in terms
cap
of
map.
timing. But
oh, look at that! They're going
see what happens.
Look at that! Tolson is not even going to Theta, going to Epsilon at all. GNX is going to get a free Epsilon cap here.
Does he put a cap around or put a UAV on Theta? Interesting. And they're going to give GNX that free cap. That's right. Yeah,
this is massive.
They're going to get it for free. This
I don't think
that's interesting.
I don't think as Team 1
you can leave this limited time.
I don't think as Team 1 you can leave this cap open ever. You cannot leave this cap open as Team 1 at the start of the game.
That's
you have to go there. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is going to be a full cap. This is going to be full cap. Easily.
Not quite a full cap. There's the Wolfhound.
He's running.
Just about.
He's running. Okay, he's running away. But
and now pretty much all
look at this.
GNX has to do is
now,
use their superior trading power and just watch that cap and out-trade them when they try and make a move.
Oh man, this is bad for 42. This is really bad.
Samurai in the Direwolf is down 10%. Got hit pretty hard from the looks of it.
They can easily deny this cap now, GNX, though, right? So they've got 3 mechs overwatching Epsilon. Like I'm looking at them, they're all here, and they've got the Commando here as well.
42 is very tightly packed. And they GNX has this MPL Vulcan on the flank. He might be able to do some good work.
And we've got Herod here trying to trade with UAC 10s and Rotary 2s at 900 meters. That ain't ideal either. Oh dear. Oh dear. 42 are going to have to think fast and make something happen here. Oh, an airstrike on Lost Tech here. A big airstrike on Lost Beach. Lost Tech for some dumb reason. Doesn't hit him though. Are you serious? Somehow it does not hit the Annihilator at all. Oh, that is some crazy luck.
An RNG element of airstrikes and artillery strikes.
Yep, right at play there. Now this time we see a Vulcan doing some good harassment here on the sides here. Maybe diving in a little bit too hard, though. Getting in the open a little bit too early.
Yeah.
Needs to be careful.
He's still fine. 89%. He's still okay. The main thing is their Wolfhound for 42 is not... Okay, he's trying to get the cap, I think.
Yeah, he has to. He has to try and get the cap.
No, he came back for the Vulcan. He came back to try and chew with the Vulcan. That's probably the right play. You can't let that thing just chew into the rears of your base.
I'm not feeling very confident about this.
Direwolf in the open. Direwolf in the open
Herod on the cap,
now.
though. Cyclops on the cap.
Yeah, the Direwolf. But
they cancel
Zenistu. Zenistu in the Annihilator down to 58%.
Oh, man.
Taking heavy damage. Herod and the Sleipnir down to 74 took heavy damage from that attempt to get the cap.
Zenistu's eating like 3 airstrikes or something now, man.
Zenistu's lost so much health.
He's lost airstrikes.
Like, you can't lose that.
It's all airstrikes. All of it. It's just all pure airstrike, basically. Man,
oh, he's taking quite a bit of damage from other stuff, too. I'm looking at his paper doll. He is quite hurt.
He's massively hurt, but so's Herod. Herod's in the open here with the Rack 2s, trying to trade against mechs that he's just not going to beat at that range.
42's Annihilator lost an ear large, and his torso is one hit about to fall off.
Yep. He's been shot in the back
He's doing
a couple
very
of times.
good work harassing, and he's kept, like, look at the caps now. 4 minutes with 110 in favor of GNX. This is getting critical for 40.
Look at that.
And
42
they
is
don't
sitting on
have
the cap.
they don't have the answer. They do not have the answer to this Vulcan. The Vapor Eagle should be in the rear trying to do something about 89%. He's not trading. He's not doing anything. The Vapor Eagle needs to be there shielding against that Vulcan and not the Wolfhound. They're trying to get the cap. There we go. A lot of the airstrikes are gone now, but he just got canceled because that Direwolf is pushing up. That Direwolf is literally in the open, and he's not being punished for it.
There's a little life going on over the back.
Very good play by this Direwolf.
Oh, airstrike on Tolson.
130 points as we hit the 3.5-minute mark.
The airstrike on Tolson then basically just nuked him. It's fucked him. He's just dead. He's just dead. The airstrike is just
23%.
Oh my god.
This is massively in favor of GNX right now. What incredible play from GNX as they herd 42 like cats with this Vulcan. 42 doesn't know what to do. Prometheus goes down in the Nitro.
Tolson's about to go down as well. Yeah,
Tolson
gets picked off.
Goes down by the Commando. Now the Commando and the Vulcan are in the rear.
There we go. Herod goes down.
There's Herod going down that Annihilator. Getting farmed. 30%. He's down. Just the Vapor Eagle. Zudakai. This will be a decisive 5-0 victory in favor of GNX.
Yep.
This is exactly what they needed.
42 have fallen apart in the last 2 games here. Extremely bad strat here.
They just let themselves get herded into a pen. Weren't sure what to do. Collapsed upon. Out-traded. Out-capped. Outplayed.
Yep. Outplayed this map for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely outplayed this game. There's no other way to put it. The error was right at the start there with the Wolfhound going to the middle and not to Epsilon to cancel.
They should have honestly called the redrop. That would have played much in favor of 42. They should have called the redrop. 2 minutes is critical.
Yep.
Drop on this map.
Oh dear. And Zudakai
I'm not going to say that it cost them, but it made it a lot harder for them.
A lot harder for sure. Yep. I was going to say, right, because, I mean, if that Wolfhound went to Theta anyway, irrespective of 2 minutes extra or not, 42 could not take Epsilon back. Doesn't matter what happened this game, or even if another 2 minutes, even another 5 minutes, give 42 another 5 minutes, they could not possibly take Epsilon back. That's their big issue here.
That is it. The decisive 5-0 in favor of GNX. Very well played, beautifully executed, well done.
Boom. Let's have a look at the damage numbers.
The damage,
oh,
Samurai and Zenistu, 800 apiece, massive damage, massive 1,600 damage combined. 42, nothing. Sleipnir, 77 damage, critically destroyed, too much of a short range build.
Yep. UAC 10s and Rex 5s at 900 meters.
When he tried to make anything happen. The Vulcan, only 200 damage, but that 200 damage was in all the right places.
Yep. And it was turning backs, delaying mechs, everything.
Yes, it was turning back, making 42 unsure. The Wolfhound, that was a critical misplay by that Wolfhound going to Theta. I don't know why he went past Theta and put a UAV there. Like, what was he expecting?
No idea.
That was a critical misplay, handing GNX almost the full cap for free. I would even maybe go so far as to say he threw the game at the start of the match. Maybe.
I would agree with you, man.
That Vapor Eagle as well, LB10 PPC, like, clearly it's a push build, not a trader or a Pop-Tart. Should have been in the back with that Vulcan. Because I saw, you could see the Wolfhound turning around a bunch to try and deal with the Vulcan. He was too strung out, while the Vapor Eagle was just sitting in between the buildings. The Vapor Eagle should have been doing that, not the Wolfhound. Strung out, outcapped, outshot, outplayed, destroyed, 5-0. Very good job to GNX. Beautiful.
Yep.
That is almost textbook how you should play that drop. Almost textbook. They executed it superbly.
Yep, absolutely they did. I totally agree. Looking at the points now, very quickly. 37 points to 42. 34 to Ghost of Nox, GNX here. Oh man, that has some bloody massive implications here, potentially, for the leaderboard. It's going to depend on what happens with this CrossFit game coming up right now. But, oh man. It's going to come down to, it could come down to the very last game here for CrossFit. Honestly, it could come down to the last game of this series here for them, potentially. Oh man. Are you sticking around for the next drop, or are you going to go?
I have to go.
Okay. All good, mate.
I have to finish finals.
No, that's okay. Thank you very much for joining me, man. Bloody really good cast, really good games today. And
excellent game as well played to the teams.
Yeah. Great teams plays. Yep. Totally agree. Really good.
I will be watching the VODs later. GGs.
All right. Very good. Okay, chat. I will be back in a minute. I'm going to reset the all the leaderboards and streams and everything and get set up for cast number 3, which is Crossfire versus FCOB. I should be back in 2 to 4 minutes, guys. Sit tight while I get all the lobby players in here and everything set up. I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. I don't have Mr. Bowser with me anymore. I need to change his picture because I now have Mr. Dadachi. How are you doing today, mates?
No, we won today. Yeah, the guys got to use Clag.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty fucking good.
That's it. There we go. Made you nice big potato. Cool. These guys are ready to go, so we may as well get underway and we can keep talking about we'll keep talking about everything as we go, because these teams have been kind enough to wait nearly 30 minutes extra for me, so we can cast their game today, which is very good, very much. Thank you guys for that. Really appreciate it. So we'll get into the drop straight away. No mucking around. 1v1. Over. 12 small lasers.
Interesting. Oh, look, it's an interesting mech because, as we saw earlier on today, if you alpha it, you will die.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see some pilots using 2 ER smalls to try and turn the other pilot because you can fire 10 of them and not.
Yep. Hey, pilots are arriving. It's gonna be good. It's always you kind of got to wiggle shield a little bit and also shield with the arms a little bit as well. But if you're full twist, full shield, you're just gonna have your arm ripped off every game, and you have your arm ripped off. That is a problem.
That's a huge problem in this mech. You know, it's all arms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at them both jumping at each other. It's already on.
James, I've seen him, fight plenty of 1v1s before. Good pilot in 1v1 situations. Occasionally accused of being a little bit on the angry side, but I haven't sent him for a headphone.
Yeah, it's all about throwing headphones here. That's what we like to see. Love to see that stuff. Now, Nakoru's percentage is a little bit less in favor because his torso is open. Okay. Nakoru loses his torso. That could pretty much be game. And he does, and he's open on the CT. James Bond is not open enough for it to matter at this point. I am very certain it's going to go a win here for FCOB. Oh, and Nakoru's cooking himself. Yep. And he's only lost his arm as well.
Oh, look at that strike.
Oh, airstrike though. Airstrike on James Bond. What happens here? Oh, the airstrike destroys him, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. He still wins, takes out the win there. So we got FCOB off with the win in the first game. Okay. Now, let's see what side they won. And about 300 damage. That's what you kind of would expect. That's, saw the drops earlier with like 500 damage. That was crazy. Oh, that's really high. Especially for these mechs. They just don't have that much armor on them. Okay, right. So, we see what side they want. And we'll go from there. That's my game loads, which it is taking an excruciating long time to do for some reason today. Okay. Okay, right.
I seriously just got like 8 pings on Discord all saying, "Oh, are you casting this much?" I'm like, "Does it sound like my voice?" Yes, you dickhead.
Does it sound like your voice? Maybe. Does it look like you? Maybe.
I think I'd like to think I've got much better skin. Right. So, FCOB will choose Team 1.
Yep, Team 1. For maybe a strat later on. Forest, it might matter, it might not. Generally not too much. Generally.
I would generally go so far as to say that the main thing that it determines is whether you're going to push early or whether you're going to try and take the cap and then pull.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that works. Look over to the map strat very quickly.
So Team 2 have a easier run to grab the cap point.
Yep.
If teams are trying. So one thing we saw this morning with RGF versus CSPS in Div B was CSPS tried playing a range or semi-range play where they had one mech sitting in Hotel 8 right on top of that little art. RGF managed to sneak the cap early, but for some reason, after they'd snuck the cap, they didn't pull away and force CSPS to push into them. They instead pushed into what was already a nice concave setup. CSPS's focus fire wasn't great, but they still managed to pull out the win.
I haven't actually caught a lot of the EU games. Yeah, just the time zones, and I just don't have time to watch a lot of the VODs at the moment, which is a bit.
Well, mate,
annoying.
Let's be fair here. With the amount of hours you're working at the moment and the hours in which you are working, who's going to expect you to wake up at 4 a.m.?
Oh yeah, I am waking up at 4 a.m. for casts. Unfortunately, this competition. Normally, I don't mind actually getting up and doing the 4 a.m. 5 a.m. cast. Doesn't really bother me too much. But right now, I'm like, oh man, too much work going on. All this COVID crap. Might be restrictions lifted soon. It's all just bloody all over the place, is what it is. All over the place. So these guys are getting ready. I think as well, like Basil was sort of saying earlier, you can have a mech up high here. Not quite where it needs to be on the map. A bit there.
Just sort of right about like the edge of G7, really. Yeah, G7 hotels.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's here. Sorry. What am I doing? There, that's where it is. So yeah, you can do that. You can do some long range business. I mean, ER mediums and large pulses, probably, it's almost too far to cross here. It's only 800-900 meters in total. Because one box, I think, is what, 500 to 600 meters across. So,
what you've also got to remember is when you're crossing through that path, it's not a straight line run. You've got a lot of small buildings and that are in your way and are going to literally clog you up. If you try funneling mechs through there, it's literally just going to wind up with you being struck to death. And 2 weeks in a row, we've seen a lot of these light drops be decided by really decisive early strikes.
We've seen a lot. I mean, there's a lot of trees, cover, little places you can pop tart and poke out of, especially with small. I mean, it's a light drop as well. A lot of mechs are small, they're light, they're compact. They're not, too tall, unless you're a fire starter. And then you can't even look down in a fire starter, let alone look up. But that area there, there's a lot of little bits of cover. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to get stuck on as well. So you can potentially use it to your advantage. I'm going to call it don't do the CSPS and stand over here behind a tree in a whole team and basically lose lose the game.
Honestly, when we pushed through, we went grab Vader, pull back, force them to come to us. They did, but they came at us in a disordered push, which meant it was very easy to focus down individual mechs. Ghost getting that early strike meant that we could go for that Arctic Cheetah and knock that out of the fire.
Yeah, that was huge.
And then the rest just fell like a concave.
Yep. That was pretty big, pretty important. Not gonna lie, that was a game winner. The game-winning strike. That's if you're gonna win a game with one airstrike. That's about as good as it gets. Now these guys are not mucking around too much today, which is good. We're straight into the drop. Let's have a look-see.
I can guarantee they are not going to disappoint today because I have it on very good authority that Captain Cat really, really wants to win this division. And is probably going to be shouting at anyone who's not.
Oh, really? He really wants to win. I hope he's been training hard with his barbells and dumbbells and everything in the CrossFit home gym this week. That's for sure.
Well, mate, it's not like he's playing this game to have fun.
Oh, that's true. Don't do CrossFit for fun. You do it to win. Right, so we've got a commando.
Well, it's just like Group Q. You don't do Group Q to have fun.
But playing with mates is fun. So we've got a Mislinks, Commando, Wolfhound, K9, and a Nova with a different build to the 1v1 build. Okay, medium pulses, machine guns, all that sort of stuff. Pretty kind of standard builds and all that for this F-Cop team. Over here now. Knives is in a Commando. Man, the Commandos, you can't even click on the damn things. They're just impossible. Commando there, pretty standard. Got the Wolfhound coming in as well. It's like a little parade. Got
Lev going go path. Trying to get early eyes on them.
And a Brawl Vapor Eagle. Ooh. Okay. So early cap here for CrossFit. Pretty important. Captain Cat
I'm
is going to
very
get
surprised
a
that
good
they're
airstrike
going goat path, to be honest. Like, that's very much a funnel.
You can put an airstrike down so easily. Right, and Captain Cat has dropped an airstrike. Oh no, look at this. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? No, it's not. Oh, nearly. It could have. But now they just keep dropping airstrikes. Oh, Knives is diving in there. Needs to be careful. And here we go. The push is on. Fight is on. They are not mucking around. There's no waiting here. There's another airstrike out.
Strike that's gone down.
That's going to hit Brawls deep. And oh no, it's not an arty. It's an airstrike, not an arty. Oh no, not enough. Oh dear. So Captain Cat is being harassed over the back of the fight here. I'm going to try and take some aerial views. Captain Cat here with the leg nearly down. Leg is down on Captain Cat. This is not good. But the Mislinx is legged as well. Mislinx is a very important mech in the mid to late fight, usually, especially with the machine guns. No one is dead yet apart from Captain Cat. CXF need a kill. They need to kill someone here. Chillgap is getting hammered over the back here. Nearly legged. This Mislinx for this guy is still alive. James Bond is somehow still alive with one leg. I don't know how that's happening. Levels gets down Chill. Cammy gets down James Bond in the end, but this might not be enough right now. Oh, juice. Everyone's on juice. They want some juice. But Nakora goes down as well. This is not looking good for CrossFit.
Agree.
This is not good for them at all. That Mislinx took way too long to die. Way too long. Cammy's leg,
and even, look at Juice is still at 53%. Like,
Yep.
I hear people ragging on the Nova. It's still a really strong mech.
Pretty tanky.
Not quite as strong as when Small Pulse was, in its prime, but in a close-in Brawl Rush, that mapping can still do work when it's within 100 meters.
Yep, it's pretty good. And you look at it, he's still alive. Oh, big airstrike though. Again, 40%. Oops. Oh, 29%.
29.
Oh, wow.
11%
Oh, shit.
And Knives just gets knocked out.
That airstrike, man. Oh, wow. And yeah, Knives going to get taken out there. Not enough for the win. Not enough for the win for the CrossFitters. That's a rough early drop and a good performance from F Cobb to start out the round here.
Well, I thought their minimal damage they took going through that go path when they did push, that was probably the decisive moment for me.
Yep. Also, man, not killing that Mislinx off fast enough. He was just jump jetting, absorbing fire, flying around everywhere. That wasted nearly 10 seconds, I reckon. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Great.
Be very surprised if it wasn't. Yeah, they just need to run off and cap some other areas of the map. I think one cap is enough for it to trigger the win. Oh, I don't think I need two. Okay. No, the game is going to need them to do 3 caps. Serious?
Hashtag, thanks, Chris.
Why would it need 3 caps? Why can't the game auto-calculate that the win condition has been met?
Oh, it doesn't, when we hit 4 caps.
Yeah, 4 caps. There we go. Alrighty, let's have a look at some damage numbers. Oof. All doing lots of good work there. Look at that, though. The Mislink's not doing much damage at all, but, I mean, I'd be surprised if he didn't eat 500 damage, 400 damage. The amount of mechs shooting at him. Knives there with Commando. Captain Cat got picked off early, 84 damage, not able to do much. Pretty good damage there for F Cobb across 300, 300, 300. Oh,
that was what I was going to say. Like, that's a very good even spread of damage. Like, no one standout is a huge deal.
Yeah, not too bad. Commando there, yeah, again, just Captain Cat getting picked off pretty early there, and yeah, that Mislinx just lived forever. Lived forever. Way too long. I think that was the bulk of the issue there for that drop. Unfortunately, there for CrossFit. So they only got how many kills did they get? 1 or 2? I can't remember. They got 1 kill. Okay, right. So that's it's a pretty rough drop for them. It's a pretty rough drop for CrossFit on the start. They need to now, basically, from what oh no, well, 42 lost 2 drops, actually. So CrossFit can afford to lose 1, I guess. Can afford to lose 1. I don't think they can afford to lose 2, though. What's happening here? What? Oh, the players are all moving themselves around the lobby. I can't move them. Okay, there we go. Right. Now, we are off to what map next? Oh, yes, Polar. Oh, Polar again. Oh, okay, now what do we see? I'm gonna flick over to the map strat here very quickly. I don't imagine these guys are gonna take too long to lock in, but maybe because I've got you here. Do you want to run us through the Polar Highlands with you guys were thinking? I mean, obviously,
Yeah, so,
but what were you going in, and did it work or didn't it work? I mean, you did win in the end, but it was kind of tight.
yeah, look, if you're going to run a strat like that, you really have to take control of a cap point early, and that was one thing that we were sweating on, going, Jesus Christ, weapon, go grab the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, we boiled it down to one of three choices. You can either run a medium pulse brawl deck, in which case you have to have in the back of your mind, all right, what if they take a Clag deck? Because you've got some valleys that you can use on the approach, but it's not going to cover you all the way. And B, you've got to make sure your team is clumped together just so that AMS Umbrella actually operates at peak efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
We thought about a range deck, but discarded that idea very quickly because mediums just don't have the heat to make it viable. Running as in more than 1-2 mechs maybe at most. So the only other realistic option was, right, Clag is something we can do here. We thought about a Nova Cap, but Bowser was actually the one who gave Samaro the idea of running that Orion, and that thing's filthy. It's XL, but everyone was aiming for the leg. Both teams are locked.
Both teams are locked. They did not muck around at all.
Well, to be fair, they were waiting half an hour. Some of these kids who got
you suggested that they might have actually be ready for these games.
Yeah. Well, I know FCOP will please let WKL throw just so we can get him with a chance of pipping you guys on.
Okay. Now they're all locked, but they haven't said that they're ready. So, oh no, they are. They are. Are we going to see Lerms or not, mate? What do you reckon? Is one of these teams going to try and learn the other?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, Lev's going to respond to one or two ways. Either he'll be like, "No, fuck the Daidachi guy. I can do Lerms much better than his team," or he'll go, "No. We've done Lerms every week. We're not doing them this time."
We're about to find out which version that is.
Hey, mate, I'm going to provide some entertainment content.
Okay, the drop ships are coming. Well, not really, actually. We still have to wait another 5 seconds or something, 10 seconds for them to get here. Okay. Ooh, there's a Hellspawn here. Okay. Oh, Novacat! Let's have a... Okay. I'm on the FCOB side. I'm going to quick look at what's over here.
They're going to be running that Assassin. They're running the dual Narc Assassin.
Oh, Lerms for FCOB. Lerms. Oh dear. Lots of Lerms.
But you look at the deck that CXF are running, that's Lerms with like 1 or 2 mechs that can actually respond.
So it's ATMs. So 1 Lerm mech for CrossFit, and the rest of it is ATMs and medium pulses. I'm guessing.
So mixed deck. The idea being, they'll probably try and take the cap point first and force.
I'm guessing I can't see it because I don't want to jump in the cockpits, but the Phoenix Hawk and the Hellspawns are both running around with ECM on them. I'm going to assume. Can't remember if they're the ECM variants or not, but
the 2 is, and the Hellspawn.
Hellspawn maybe not. I can't remember if that's the ECM one or not. But it happens. Now they're slowly rolling up to the cap here. Obviously the Assassin is definitely a lot quicker. So early cap here for FCOB. Will force...
Yep, it's for ECM Paralyzer.
Oh, okay, yep. Will force... This will actually force... force CrossFit to do something. They have to. And then, I mean, you might get double narked here. So that could be a problem. Or because FCOB's guys are so slow and sitting so far back, you could actually be able to pick off this Assassin.
Oh,
If
and
that
that's
happens,
well,
if that
that's the
happens,
real
that's
danger.
bad. That's real bad. Yep. So CrossFit can actually take the cap right now. There's kind of really nothing stopping them from doing this. At all. I mean, there's an airstrike on the cap point, but CrossFit need to take this cap back. Like, they can't not do it. They need to be fast and need to hurry up about it.
And here comes the Clag.
Yep, here it comes. Rathnor's been knocked by the look of it. No? Not sure. He's taking lots of limbs though. So CrossFit have taken the cap back, but Rathnor's getting shredded here.
Well, he's also the only mech on the field that has AMS for CXF.
Yeah. He's protected, but not protected enough here. But the assassin is legged! Is that his leg? Oh no, it's not, lost an arm!
Torso.
Oh no, I thought it was the leg there for the assassin got torn off. Oh, this is not going well for CrossFit at all right now. This is not good for them at all at this stage. Oh, but hang on a minute. Nokoru just dunks on the torso of James Bond there, the narc, and picks him off, but is that going to be enough? So Matt Moisa there goes down in the Phoenix Hawk there as well, but I think Captain Cat must be knocked as well, because he's just taken all of the lerms. But SoCal Bronco is nearly dead here. This is a strange game. Levels finishes off
Very
Captain
strange.
Cat. A very strange game, yeah. Nokoru gets SoCal down, but I mean, there's 2 mechs down here for FCOB, but 2 mechs alive only for CrossFit, and is it going to be enough? I mean, if you cross into the IS range for Lerms, Level's not going to be able to do much, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I'm not sure CrossFit are going to be able to do this now. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, Chill is getting hammered at the back there with Lerms. Juice hasn't even taken any damage yet. Still sitting at 100%. This is not going to go CrossFit's way at all. They're going to be down 2 drops now. This could be disastrous for their attempt to take first place on the leaderboard here. Disastrous. I really don't know.
I mean, I've got to applaud, the fact that Chris is aiming very well for these guys.
Oh yeah, yeah. PGI is doing some great auto aiming here for these guys, making it nice and easy.
Yeah, nice shot.
Nice high skill game. Nice high skill game there. And this is what CrossFit think of this match. Falling down on the side. Now, these guys have to go and cap another point, or we're going to have to wait a little bit. Off they go, wandering around the map. This will give me time to update the scoreboard because not much else is going to happen here in the next 2 minutes. So 5 kills to FCOB. Taking 2 drops in the game so far. That's pretty massive for them. Not going to lie.
Oh yeah, like,
and that is not
this
good
is
for
literally
CrossFit.
a dream start for them right now. They take the 1v1. They've taken 2 drops. This is probably the best position that they've been in any of their drops to week, and it really shows the fact that Lev's actually got his team practicing and doing scrims, but that effort is actually.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good for CrossFit, man. Like, they need to win every single drop from here on in and win it decisively. Like, really.
Well, and that's a problem
decisively.
in and of itself, because now, FCOB know, all right, CXF are going to be playing aggressive. They have to, if they want to take the division. That means we, to an extent, know that they're going to be committing people to the fight. We're not going to be doing things like cap wins and running away.
Yep. Okay, there we go. And that is the cap, and that is the win there. Confirmed. Not that it wasn't anyway. For FCOB. Oh dear. Do we want to look at the damage numbers? Oh my god. Oh dear. Trebuchet 800.
810.
Novacat 600. Oh man. Oh man, that's rough. That is very rough there for CrossFit. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Like, poor Rafnor there. 14 damage in that dervish.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I can't imagine you'd be too happy about that. I wouldn't be. I'd be raging. I would be absolutely raging at that.
Yeah, I just think if you're only going to bring one mech with AMS, you probably want to make sure it's at least dual AMS rather than only one. Like the Crab 27, and just going, all right, well, I'm only running 5 million pulse, but I've got dual AMS. Or that triple AMS Nova, you can run 5 million pulse on it. It only goes 81 Ks. But if the rest of your team's relatively slow,
I kind of think if you're only just going to bring 1 or 2 AMS, just don't bother. And if you're expecting Lerms, you either hard counter it with 12 AMS. There's no point bringing 1 or 2 AMS. I'm not seeing it.
But if you've got two mechs that have dual AMS and then everyone else with 1, okay, that's cool. But you can't hesitate. You have to commit to a push early, or they will literally just chew through your AMS and shred.
Yeah. 2 AMS is not going to stop Lerm 300. It just doesn't. There's just basically nothing it can do about it. So I think maybe the idea behind the AMS was to perhaps stop the narc, but with dual narc, same thing, same problem. You still get through. 1 narc will still get through even with a couple of AMS. It won't get through 4 or 5 AMS, but it will definitely get through 1 or 2 AMS. So, yeah, not a very good game there for CrossFit. That's really hurting them. Okay, so we're going to go to Hibernal Rift now, which has seen some extremely odd games. Odd games today. So the cap point is Kappa. What do you think is going to happen, mate? Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, me and Bowser, we have been unable to work out what's going to happen on either of these games, and the teams have kind of done all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff.
So I actually think that Team 1, in a lot of ways, is a stronger team to push on this. Like, initially, when you look at it, you go Team 2, all right, clear sight lines straight across to Kappa, easy ability to hold it. Team 1, though, can have 1 mech go up that Delta 2 channel to put sight lines onto Kappa, which is probably going to be your assault. The rest of the mechs can actually use low ground to approach without taking any fire.
Do you want to draw it?
One of the things,
do you want to draw it?
Yeah,
draw it for the viewers. Yeah, draw it for the viewers. Draw it for the viewers. That way they know what we're all looking at. So you reckon go up and over?
I reckon go up and over, like, straight away. I would never go, like, watching 42, I thought one of the things that they really had problems with on this map was that they went up and kept wandering along that high ground, which just meant they just took way too much fire on the approach. If they'd gone up and over and just dropped down, GNX's range deck would have had no way to fire at them besides a little bit of scratch damage right up until they were on top of them.
Yeah, they kind of did the green line squiggle, and a lot of that was, most of it was along the high ground, especially for Therax in a cataphract. He was in the high ground the entire time, and just, what was it, like, shredded double digits.
Well, for Night Gear as well. He got a couple of back shots towards the end, but he was leading the push at one stage, and that Mark 2B just got completely destroyed.
So yeah, you can spawn Alpha Lands, go up here, and then basically you could do the channel and either brawl them this way or brawl them this way, I guess. If you wanted to do a brawl, you'd have to go the low ground.
Like, you can't make the mistake of assuming that this map plays out the exact same way as Canyon. It doesn't. And if you try playing it like it's a mirror image of Canyon with some snow on it, you're just going to get shredded. Because places where you're used to being able to wiggle up on Canyon don't work here.
I think just drawing a couple of little spots here, you can even sit a mech almost all the way back here as well. Like for Team 2, if you take Kappa early and then try and control it, you have all these mechs up high, you can even stop a lot of that push as well, because if you have a mechs here and they're coming through the trench, you can lay waste to that brawl push pretty easy if you want, and you position right for it.
Both teams are ready?
Yep. Teams are ready. Let's go. They're not mucking around. That's good. Oh, dear. CrossFit going to be able to draw this game back after a very, very rocky early start. Very, very rocky. I don't know. Has it rattled them, perhaps?
There's two things that happen when you hit times of adversity. Either it motivates you and you do better and you get angrier, or you collapse. You know,
Channel the anger.
and I don't
Channel
think-
it. Channel the anger. Now, I can't see the damn mix. Where are they? Here we
Ooh,
go. Oh, right. Oh. Super range from CrossFit with a linebacker to take the cap point early. Okay. Oh, and a supernova. What the hell is that?
Supernova
Worms.
A.
Okay.
It's for Clag, but
Or it could have been ATMs. I thought maybe ATMs. So see a quick draw here. Ultra 10s.
Counterfeit 3D.
10s, 20s. Lots of heavy, closer range DACA here for... hang on, where's the scoreboard going? For F Cobb, but more of a ranged approach here for CrossFit. And they're going to take this cap point. They're going to be able to take it early? Or not? I think they will be able to take it. Nakoru should be able to cap this before the cooldown of the MRMs is actually done, and he has. He doesn't want to stay here too much longer though, because he's not going to be able to get away. This is going to be a problem. He's running forward.
Yeah,
Nakoru's running at them.
No, he was trying to play it like Canyon, where you can actually run up that wall.
Okay, so Nakoru's is running back here, hiding in the corner, trying to deny the cap. See an airstrike out here. A lot of long range here for CrossFit, trying to take the long range approach. Is it going to work for them or not? We'll find out very soon. Butterboy already at 83% though. Pretty hammered. IV4 down to 84%, although they tank really, really well. Butterboy nearly been headshot there. He's got a little bit of head damage. I mean, it is a catapult.
Well, look at the health on Captain Cat's. You know, in the 70s already.
There was an airstrike there on Captain Cat. Pretty good airstrike. Knives as well. Eating a fair, decent airstrike there. Lum for Supernova. I feel like Rathnor maybe is kind of going to be caught alone here because this summoner is going to be pretty able to free trade him, really. Another airstrike. Captain Cat down to 67% here for Captain Cat. Butterboy now is stuck on here at 66%. He's kind of stuck where he is, Butterboy. He kind of can't do much. And same thing for Level here as well. Eating an airstrike, but still not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, this is interesting. The caps are just accruing now. And Supernova for Rathnor is starting to move up in the back there.
Like, caps are accruing, but the health percentages are going down.
Yep. Knives, 57.
I do think that Juice probably wants to move a bit closer to a fight from where...
Oh, CT open there for Knives. This is not good at all. And we've got the Summoner moving up on the left for F-Cobb. Oh, F-Cobb are moving in though, but they're moving in separately. There's only 2 or 3 mechs moving in. Uh-oh. This might go really badly or really poorly.
But
really well.
needs to make them pay for
Butterboy down.
Quickly.
Butterboy down. Make them pay. CrossFit need to make them pay if they want to win against F-Cobb. 2 mechs down really quickly here. So we've got the other F-Cobb mechs here that are still moving up on the left, but are not even in the fight yet. Now, how does CXF capitalize on this when they've got a couple of really busted up weak mechs? The linebacker's hurt. The Rifleman ToC is not going to live very much longer at all here. Rathnor in the Supernova is hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Rolls Deep pushing in. Rolls Deep goes down to the Lerms. So Juices Loose is left over the back here in the UX Summoner. He's almost legged from Lerms, I'd imagine. And Levels is pushing in here over the back here, but the linebacker's in his butt. This is not good. That's Force Level to turn around. And Crossfire can get some good shots on him, easy shots, and he's down instantly. Woo! Oh, that was some focus fire there from CrossFit. Man,
well,
that was rough.
Like we were saying, they obviously got angry. And I think what helped there as well was that Juice was doing some work, but he was also over by himself for way too long in a position where I don't really feel like he was contributing much to the team.
He got to the fight too late as well. Like, you can tell that the FCOB team here did a split push, but it was timed out by nearly 20 seconds. But before Juice was in a position to really help his team, it was 20 seconds after the push had already started. That's a big problem. You can't do that in a push. You have to be communicating together and pushing at the same time from your angles. Oh, damage numbers. The Cataphract again. Just Cataphracts are not performing in these drops. They've got lots of armor, but they're just not performing. Good damage.
Well, and that's the other thing. I think that push really, it had promise looking at it. but it really seemed to stall. Like the second they hit mid-range and saw that Daka, they stalled.
Yep, it did. It stalled them pretty hard too, like really hard. Nokia not doing too much. Someone got some damage out, but again, not a lot. Again, just, I think, yeah, a little bit of FCOB miscommunication there. I'm going to put that down to them just not timing their push very well at all and just not able to capitalize on it.
And split pushes, when you're an inexperienced team, are really, really tough to, pull off properly. Like it takes a lot of practice and familiarity with each other to make them actually.
Or even say, hey, look, I'm not in position. Don't push yet. If the push is called, we need to push now. Say, no, I'm not in position. You have to wait 20 seconds. And if that had happened with a summoner shooting some backs and stuff, that game could have gone a little bit differently there for FCOB. But that's what happens. Something to work on. Communication and timing. Now.
Well, I mean, it's just nice to see that, this is at least, going, really close.
This is going to be close too. Now, CrossFit have to win the next 2 drops. I don't know if that's going to be enough of the points for them to win. But we will find out, I guess. We are off to Rubelite Oasis. I'll quickly flick over to that one.
Already done for you, bro.
The map strat. Okay, there we go. As we've said many, many, many times, Team 2 has the advantage to take Theta if you're fast and you play it that way. You do not want to be as Team 1 coming up to Theta because by the time you get there, the enemies generally have angles and they will delete, or at the very least, severely damage your mech that tries to cap Theta. The best thing you can do as Team 1 is deny it with a fast mech, basically by, I guess, sort of sending it up here and then just sort of denying the red team cap. Very hard to do, though. It pretty much depends on mech selection. It is Rubelite, though, right? So it's 4 assaults and 1 light mech. So, I mean, if you bring a Fleas as Team 1, you can do it. Problem is, the Fleas is a little bit weaker in the later game, I guess, compared to something like a Wolfhound.
I would say a Commando, to be honest. Like, the Flea is faster in bursts with its mask, but at an actual sustain level when it's not running mask, the Commando is faster, and the hitboxes on it are just god.
Yep.
I mean, so we ran a Wolfhound purely on the basis for we viewed it as all right, we're not going to take the cap, but we'll deny the cap to the op 4. And late game, our light and the Wolfhound will be able to defeat, a super small fast light.
Yep.
In practice, because they took a Zimbabwe strat, we were able to take the cap unopposed and just went, all right, well, if you're going to give it to us for free, then shit, yeah, we'll take it.
I mean, we're likely to see mechs here from the Team 1 side as well, unless they're being aggressive pushing, which Bowser definitely touched on before. If you're going to be Team 1 and you're going to be aggressive, you go aggressive. And don't even worry about the cap. There are definitely ways you can do this if you don't set up in these sort of other positions. You can go easily roll around through the low ground here and pop out pretty easily, where some of these E7 guys, if they don't have arm mounts and other things, like I generally say, like a battle master with torso mounts, you can't really do much about the E6 movement because you can't shoot down at them. So but you can definitely do it that way. You could potentially
both
do
teams
it
confirm locked
this way as well on the low ground. Oh yeah, let's launch on the low ground for Team 1. You can do it that way. A little bit more risky though, because then you're taking a lot of that E7 fire because it's not as much of an angle, but. Oh well.
And we saw that backfire for RJFE earlier on, where they took the F6 low ground on their push and just got absolutely deleted by CSPS, who were all sitting up there in their Echo 7 high ground and just pummeled the hell out of them.
Yep, that's what'll happen. If you want to sit in that spot at least, anyway, you have to be careful with it. Okay.
I mean, the other thing that really impacts on this map is the fact that the spires, you'll see on the walls, actually block airstrikes a lot of the time if you're right.
Okay, teams are dropping in now. Oh, direwolves. Woo.
And that's the 3rd time today we've seen that.
Yep. Okay, I'm looking at the mechs here for CrossFit. We have a Commando. We have a Corsair, ER Peeps, AC2s, ER Peeps, AC2s. Lots of long range here for CrossFit.
Whereas I look at FCOB and that looks like a push deck. A Scorch, Wolfhound, Mark 2B, Blood Asp, and a Supernova one.
Scorch's ATMs.
Yeah, it's the same one he ran against us on Crimson.
Oh, okay.
It's a very fast push deck.
It is a very fast mech, the Scorch ATM. Much faster than Supernova. Generally less ammo and heat sinks though, but if you want to be fast, you do the Scorch. Now, Theta early cap here because FCOB have chosen to bring a Wolfhound. This has totally allowed CrossFit to take this cap. That's massive. Massive as Team 1 for them to be able to take the cap. Massive. It might not mean too much right now, but later on, absolutely it can. Dodges the airstrike there. Knives very aware of what was going on. Does not get picked off by that airstrike. You do not want that to happen, that's for sure.
Well, perhaps more important than the cap, Knives, yeah, right, he's getting additional points on the cap, but he's also getting eyes on their deck and being able to call it early. Holy shit, they're running a really close range push.
Yep. Now Knives knows what's coming. He needs to get out of there, but his team is in support now. So Butterboy is trying to cap the cap, or decap it, but is unable to do that. FCOB in the meantime is still moving up with this brawl. Knives is about to. Knives better not go around the corner into this. Oh no, this could be really bad for him. Oh no. Oh, he just gets away. FCOB were not ready for that. If they were, they could have pretty much deleted the commando then.
Oh, look at that strike. Like, just misses them.
Just misses them in the airstrike, yep. FCOB still moving up here. CrossFit need to react here. They can't sit here and hold the position they're in. They need to react. They need to move.
This is pretty much best case scenario for FCOB. Like, they've taken no damage on the approach. Butterboy's just been keeping their attention the whole time.
Oh, Butterboy's nearly dead.
He needs to play conservatively now and get the hell out of it.
Butterboy is open torso. He needs to be very, very careful. CrossFit now starting to move across here, away from the brawl, but do they know the brawl is behind them?
Yeah, Nikora can see them.
No, Nikora can see them? Oh, yep. Here we go. But the Direwolf is going to get deleted here with the ATMs. Oh, man. Not too bad, luckily. Oh, man, this brawl push. Oh, whoever's at the front here is just going to get ATM'd in the face. Captain Cat taking... Oh, man, the Corsair, big CT shoots there. Uh-oh.
James Bond drops down.
Uh-oh, that's not good. James Bond dropped down. That's ideal for CrossFit if they want to try and win here. But Olmec's getting hammered here with the ATMs. ATM's really hurting. Annihilator Rathnor here, smashing AC2s into Level's face. Oh, hang on. The Scorch is also torso. That's really important. Taking all those ATMs off the field. And look at that.
Dropped down now.
Brawl's deep.
They've all dropped down.
FCOB have been forced. FCOB have been forced off. I cannot believe it. That is massive. Juice is now in serious trouble there. Loses a torso. CrossFit held that really, really well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Like, that is, like, where they pull back to, forcing them to go up one.
Oh, bang! James Bond with the airstrike. Or maybe he double tapped him with the UAX. I'm not sure. But James Bond goes down, takes the Direwolf out, loses it. Butterboy gets Captain Cat down. Knives in the commando here. Needs to do something about this Wolfhound. Needs to get rid of him. Oh, no, I see what's happened. Knives has taken an airstrike, maybe. He is weak all over. Okay, so Knives, the fight is going on over here, as well as a brawl. No fighting over here yet. CrossFit don't really need to do much. Chill is very fresh here. Rathnor is extremely fresh here. I'm not sure if FCOB are going to be able to pull this one off.
No, never mind.
At this point. Oh, level goes down.
Like,
Brawl's Deep is popping up the back here.
Points for style.
Brawl's Deep is popping up the back here on Chill. He does not see it. But as soon as Rathnor turns around with all those AC2s straight to the CT of the Blood Asp, and he is open sesame. Alibaba style. And Chill is nearly dead though. But no, Brawl's Deep goes down. And Butterboy is still harassing here. Knives unable to kill him yet. Still this open torso Wolfhound running around the joint. Free reign. Oh dear. CrossFit are definitely going to take it. They just need to be a little patient here. Group up and then kill everybody at once. So they don't know where Juice is.
Look
they
at
know he's there, but they don't know where.
Juice is literally sitting there, waiting for someone to come, poking out so he can get some back shots.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they know he's somewhere. Just I just don't think they know exactly where he is. Oh no, Rathnall's seen him.
There we go.
Oh, he ain't gonna live now. All those percentages slowly bleeding off the CT there. Rathnall decides to drop down into Juice's face. He is dead. Butterboy is still alive here, but I'm not sure he's going to be buttering anyone's bread tonight. He is going to go down. I don't think he's going to be able to hold it.
Well, I don't know, mate. Margarine Boy doesn't really have the same ring to it.
Margarine Boy. No, it doesn't actually. Okay, so CrossFit now, moving up. Slow, waddling Annihilator up here to take the cap. Chills is sitting here in the corner waiting for Butterboy to roll around the corner, I guess. We're going to see him pop around. He will. No, he won't. He's going backwards. He elects not to go forwards there. And cap has now been flipped. Where is the commando going? Oh, commando's over there for knives. Butterboy hasn't seen knives here at all, actually. Doesn't know he's here.
Just like the worst game of Marco Polo ever.
Yeah, it's a bit like that actually. Oh, knives with a fresh air shot there. Chill just staying in cover, trying not to lose his mech. He does not want to lose it. Butterboy here still alive. Cap's now accruing in favor of CrossFit, almost enough. So Butterboy has to do something. I know he's trying to get a kill here. He's trying to get some more points, trying to get a kill, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Rathnor has now moved off the cap, and they're going to sandwich him by the look of it. Oh, bang, gets him. Rathnor, bang, boom, dead. CrossFit take the drop. That's another drop back in their end of the counter. That's important for them, very important. Another win. They need to win the next drop. I don't know how that's going to work on the points, but they have to win the next drop if they have any hope of taking first. I'm not sure what the points situation is exactly. Oh, man. And damage numbers. Rathnor, huge damage there. 755. That's massive.
Oh, I know Rathnor. I've dropped with him before. Like, he will be livid with how that Polo drop went, and he's just used it to, piss himself off and start focusing.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that at all. I know. He'll be like, yeah, no, I'm like gonna dominate these guys now. I'm gonna bring my A++ special gamer. So yeah, there we go. That's it. Scorch there doing 600 damage, 500 for the Supernova laser vomits. But yeah, James Bomb getting hammered pretty early there, and yeah, Butterboy kind of for 7 minutes kind of didn't really do much in the end. Only 242 damage. I thought he would have done a little bit more actually, but kind of didn't. That's how it
I
goes.
think the real key there was where FCOB had to push up to get to him was literally there's only room for 1.5 mechs. So the ATMs, they had to,
I will go straight to the map
name for anything.
we can draw it. How about that while I set up the lobby? Start drawing it. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'll work. While my game loads, there we go.
So this arrow position of markdown, that's effectively where FCOB had to push up to get into.
Yep.
So
oh no,
CXF
come up
had
this
to-
way. No, this one.
Right.
Oh, sorry, wrong
Yeah,
colors.
you're right, yeah.
Wrong colors. God damn. Hang on, let me draw this. So FCOB did this. Like that. That's how they did it. On the low ground, by the way, chat. On the low ground. Very hard to describe up at low ground on the minimap. Can't really do that. So anyway, sorry, continue.
So with CXF having banked up into almost Fox 5, all they had to do was basically just sit there and just pummel anything that came up, knowing that, okay, they can put all their mechs up on the ramp, but they can't all fire at us, not unless we're all spread really widely out. For them to successfully push in on us, they've got to come up that ramp, and with only one mech at a time, we can just hammer the bejesus out of one of them and cause the entire line to choke up until they drop off, and then we go to focus even more.
So I've just drawn the line there. The firing line that they had to push up into was pretty brutal. Like all AC2s, UAC2s, lots of DACA and PPCs as well. for CrossFit. Definitely held the line there. And you saw a lot of those FCOB mechs, they had no choice but to drop off one by one as they got shot at, and that left their teammates up there alone to basically get eaten one by one. So they did have the Wolfhound though at Theta. He did take the Theta, but just didn't quite get enough back shots. I feel like maybe if the Wolfhound came around to this area here, and I'll draw it in the green. Maybe if you sort of started poking backs. Oh shit! What am I doing? Sort of poking backs from this area up here, poking some backs, and sort of shooting in, I guess, this direction rather than this direction. He might have had a little bit better just to turn a few more guys around, perhaps, maybe, and maybe giving up the cap.
Even dropping strikes as well.
Yep.
I don't know if I really saw any effective strikes from him.
I'll put it this way: if he did on that big fat clump, he'd have a lot more than 242 damage. He'd have like 400 from a single airstrike, easily possible. So. Very, very interesting. I don't know. I see Craze in the chat there. Are we live updating the points or pretty close to it? Because this is super close. Oh no, we're not. 42s have been updated. Okay, I can quickly flick to the leaderboard here. Flick to the leaderboard here. Okay. So 42's results have been entered. Because they didn't, GNX actually ended up winning overall on points over 42. 42 are only sitting at 260 points when they were, I think it's about 230 something. Oh, this could be. Is it going to be enough for CrossFit? I don't know. I feel like it might not be. And then CrossFit will definitely get enough points to overtake GNX at least, and definitely WKL. Is it going to be enough for CXF to get first? I don't know.
Shall we see it decided?
Let's see. Do CrossFit maybe take first place, or are they going to be in second? Let's find out. Last drop of the day. Night, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever the hell you live. Oh dear. Let's see what happens. I feel like the 5-0 drop for all the kills might make a difference for CXF there, but they really need to 5-0 this drop as well. Like, decisively win this one. I don't know how they're going to do that, but we'll wait and see. Okay. Now, it's is FCOB on team 1? I think. It is.
Yep.
No mechs loaded in yet. Oh, here we go. Bloodasp, Kintaro, IV4, Wolfhound, and Scorch. That looks like a very W key oriented deck.
Whereas CXF running a island trading deck.
MRMs.
Or as we like to call it, the Rust special.
DACA, ATMs, SRMs. Yeah, okay, so we're going to see a brawl push here from FCOB. I don't know how well this is going to go. We got an ER Peeps Summoner, ER PPC Annie, and ER Large Battle Master for CrossFit. They're going to take, so CrossFit don't have any AC2s, which might bring them unstuck here, because the Peeps obviously are not quite as heat efficient as AC2s. They might not be able to hold this brawl push. It's going to be interesting. CrossFit easily taking the cap unopposed here, because Butterboy is at the saddle for some reason.
Yeah, no, he's at the saddle getting eyes on where they actually are. So I would put money on him putting eyes over there to say, all right, yeah.
They are on the island. Yep. Okay, so we got the brawl movements here of these guys. Now CrossFit really need to react to this super bloody quickly when this brawl push comes across. They need to either CT or leg. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, we see that in the chat there. So CrossFit need to win or 3 mechs destroyed to take first. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. It is all about this game here then. So Captain Cat needs to run away. Captain Cat, run. Meow. Run away. You pussycat. Okay, we have a big problem here. CrossFit are not in a firing line well enough here to counter this push.
Oh, look at that strike on Cammy.
Huge airstrike on Cammy. 85%, 77%.
77%.
That's huge. FCOM are doing a lemming train push here and are not being punished for it. Oh man!
Up and left, who's having Commando in the back?
Commando's in the back for knives here, but is it going to be enough? Stopping two
he
mechs.
managed to hold 2 mechs.
Oh dear. ATMs and Juice. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? I don't know. Oh, Level's been shot in the ass. He's lost the torso. Taking the ATM mech out could be enough. It could be enough. It could be. I don't know. Oh, it's a massive airstrike here.
He's backing into the airstrike.
Backing into the airstrike. Massive airstrike there. But none of it hits him. Only 51%. Okay, we're getting knives here in the Commando. Dropping in. Captain Cat is trying to delay in the Vulcan. Chill is at the back. He's kind of caught out alone. Oh, man. Oh, this is so touch and go here for both teams. Juice eats a huge strike. 68% now. 61%. Cammy though, Cammy is 37% here and he's legged. Very important to notice that he is legged. Knives is absolutely wrecked in the Commando, has no armor left. Chill is caught out alone here. He's getting balls deeped by Balls Deep. Oh dear, Balls Deep even. He's going into him and that's it. Chill gets CT'd. Oh man, the CXF almost need to just back off and play the cap. They almost just need to back off and play the cap.
You look at where they're going now.
Yep.
They've got their summon hold, their PPC summoner, their annihilator, backing the hell up and going.
Rathnor needs to get into cover ASAP. It is the only thing that may cover them and help them to win this game here is annihilator with 4 ER PPCs at basically full health. It might be the only way they win this game. Juice is 39% open CT. Level is almost open CT, open torso, will die
and
very
here we go.
easily.
He's got Brawls and James Bond coming from now.
Yep. Rathnor needs to keep doubling up, but Rathnor also needs support, right? One of the Vulcan needs to come back here and support Rathnor in the Annihilator. This has to happen. I can't click on that damn IV4. He's pretty fresh, the IV4. Rathnor's still walking away. The Captain Cat needs to leave the Vulcan right now. Oh, Rathnor gets down Juice. Butterboy gets down Cammy. Oh, Cammy likes to be buttered up on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, man. They just need to hold the caps now. They can do this if they hold the caps.
And Butterboy's going for the cap.
They need to kill 3 mechs, though. They've only killed 1. Oh, man. Oh, swing and a miss there from Rathnor. 2 blue balls hit, 2 blue balls, no, not hits. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, look at that shot in Balls Deep.
Yep, big shot there on Balls Deep. Right in his back. Right in his, oh no, his torso even. On his torso, but that's not going to be enough. Annihilator, Rathnor's moving up. Oh, man. Captain Cat over the back.
It's going to really cause issues here.
Okay, so we've got Captain Cat here having a 1v1 with James Bond. Balls Deep and Rathnor kind of having a little 1v1 as well. Oh, man. What's going to happen here? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. This is touch and go because CrossFit need 3 kills. They need to kill mechs, even if they lose. They're delaying enough right now, but they need kills. Oh, man. Oh, no. Rathnor's going to get farmed now. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is going to go down to the wire here. Rathnor is not going to be able to kill an MRM Quickjaw. Oh, man. Annihilator halved.
And the Kintaro.
Oh, no. Rathnor's lost all his weapons. A CXF are not going to be able to get another 2 kills here, I don't think. Captain Cat is just too weak. Maybe. Oh, man. They need a win. They need a win. Can they get the win? 3 minutes with the Caps. Can they get the win at least here?
Well, and 42 is just sitting there on the edge of their seats going, oh, my God.
Oh, man. They need the win or 3 kills. They might get the win here. They don't have the cap point, but the thing is, the Commando is running away. Now, this is extremely smart play here because FCOB cannot cap another cap point and win it unless they kill the Commando. I think CrossFit are going to do it. I think they're going to be able to pull this off now. Knives just basically needs to run to the corner of the map over here and power down, basically. Legitimately. It's the only way for them to win. Oh, man. I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, fly on the wall in their Discord right now.
153 points, 153 tickets is going to be enough to secure the win. 130 to 140 is basically the magical number. And if they don't kill Knives, they can't win the game. They cannot cap another point. Oh, man.
Well, also, Knives may well be thinking, oh, if someone comes after me, it's probably only going to be a single mech.
It is. It will be. Oh, man. I can't believe this.
He's not going to a far corner and hiding away. He's heading back
Knives
towards
is not.
that
Oh,
slot.
shit. I don't want to go to the water. Could he kill off the Kintaro? He could. One good shot on the Kintaro and it would be dead. Not out of the question here.
Yeah, but he's going to have the ATM mech and the quick draw facing towards him as well.
It's not out of the question here. Oh! One touch! This Knives going to get another kill. He is! Knives! Again, pulling out all this last minute plays. He's done this before. Can he actually go in and kill level as well? Oh, you've got to be joking. There's no way, right? There's no way. Get out of here. Oh, get out of here! Get the fuck out! Knives gets levels as well. He gets the win and he gets 3 goddamn kills. Holy shit! Unbelievable! Oh my god!
Talk about.
Oh man! Oh man! Hang on. Is James bombed out of ammo here? Is this why he's not shooting back? Hey, get out of here! No! No way! No, you've got to be. You can't. No way. No. Not getting another kill, surely. He could. He could get Butterboy. Oh, but Knives goes down in the end.
He's completely out of ammo.
Oh my god. What a bloody game. Holy shit. That is crazy. They are just going to be able to pull it off, is it? Are they just going to be able to pull it off? Because Knives needed to stay alive, and now they can free cap it. Uh-oh. This is going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, they're gonna win on points.
They're going to win on tickets because Knives didn't stay alive. Oh my god! No way! Oh man, why? Why? Knives just had to hide, I think, to pull the win off. Oh man. Oh man. Was that just a throw? By diving in for the kills at the end? I think it was.
Look at that. Brawls deep, 714 damage in the Kintaro.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage in the Kintaro. That is a lot of damage. I think, looking at Kraz's comment, that CXF have just thrown the win by losing. CXF need to win or 3 mechs destroyed. That's it. Or. He doesn't say they need both. I think that's it. Holy shit. Knives pulling off 3 kills at the end, but costing his team the win. Oh, man. All 3 mechs destroyed. Sorry, wow. No, it's all 3 mechs destroyed. So they destroyed 3 mechs. It's enough. I think it's enough. It is. I confused myself. Oh, wow. So by diving in and losing, he still got the 3 kills, which was enough for the win anyway. Oh my god. Oh, that is dead set crazy. Dead set crazy. That's one of the craziest comp matches I have seen in terms of end the game and what happens at the end. So I believe CrossFit take out first place in Division C just by nothing more than a bee's dick. They beat 42. Man.
Talk about a close division.
It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable play. Unbelievable game.
Well, and Kraz is updating the tables as we speak.
Kraz is updating.
Third
All right,
place.
we'll sit here and wait just to confirm the final scores. He's updating it as we go. We'll wait
Third
and see.
place.
Hold up. We'll wait
Tied
and
on
see, guys.
237 points between GNX and WKL. But because GNX had a better head-to-head against us, like 120 mixed score for, 109 score against. Because we had a lower score, higher score against,
Crazy.
we're in fourth.
Crazy. This is a crazy tight division. I don't think I've seen a division this close in a very long time. Oh, man. Okay. So we'll sit here and I think Kraz is doing it now. Let me have a look. Having a quick look here. Okay, just having a look. So, GNX and WKL are tied, right? I'll just flick over to the scoreboard here so everyone can see what I'm looking at. So,
well, and it's the other point. Do we want to get guys in for interviews while Kraz is updating?
GNX and WKL of yeah, we can grab them for some interviews. Let me jump on the comp Discord 1 sec. Let me grab these guys. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, so this is the scoreboard here. It's going to come down to kills on this one, which I believe. Oh man. Okay, they're fixing up mistakes at the moment. Okay, cool. All right, we'll work on that. Man, 237, CrossFit. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Shannon's updated at the moment, so unless he's fixing something else up.
Oh, I'm sure he is updating him at the moment. Oh man, what a crazy game. Mr. Levels, how are you?
Did you enjoy your part in that little craziness?
We aim to please around here.
Talk about throwing a spanner in the works.
Oh
I know,
man.
Right? We tried. We found out we were kingmakers about a week ago, and we decided we wanted just to really run decks that we were most comfortable with. So they weren't the most meta, as you guys probably saw, but they were fun as hell. That learn deck, I'm so sorry, CXF, that we did that to you, but that was so fun. What can I say? I'm a potato.
Oh man, I am.
I wonder if Cat's going to join us or someone from CXF.
I'm sure someone will pop over soon enough.
Oh, because I really want to ask them, how tight is your arsehole right now?
I think there'd be some pulsation going on like crazy.
Mate, Metamucil's good for that.
Okay, so I think Rathnor is going to come in. I think Rathnor. Oh, Captain Cat is coming.
Oh, here we go, Captain Cat.
Captain Cat!
Hello.
I do believe you guys win the division. Just.
Yeah, but what about my fucking heart? My heart health.
I don't,
Is
mate.
it worth
If you're
the
about,
cost?
It's a total eclipse of the heart, mate.
if you're gonna have a heart attack, hey, that ain't my problem. I was pretty close too, right? That was.
Mate, I did my part by feeding you in week 1.
I did not expect Knives to dive in there at the end because he didn't need to. What was going through? Tell me in that last drop, what the hell was going on? Why did he go back in to try and get the kills when he didn't need to and risk the game?
23 seconds. They got the cap point, the extra cap point after Knives died, but they already had it points wise, maths wise. That's what we'd worked out anyway.
He shouldn't have
We
got
worked
away.
out that he had to.
Ooh.
But
I had him
We'd
dead
have
to
to
rights.
rewatch
He shouldn't have got
and
away.
recount.
When he ran from the island, he shouldn't have got away. I was hoping to give this division to 42, to be honest.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's
Oh,
cool.
Cat's like, oh, you're off the fucking Christmas list.
I was so mad that Knives got away. I fired a good volley at him, and just because how small the commando is, he was already cored everywhere. And I thought for sure I just needed like 5 or 6 more missiles to hit him in the seat and one of those torsos to end him. And I lost him on radar, and I was like, no.
I back
Mate, you
Knives
got
in a
to admit,
Commando over
Chris's aim.
most people.
Chris's aim couldn't win this one for you.
Nope, Chris let me down. You hear that, Chris? You let me down.
The aim of Chris was not enough. Excuse me.
Nope.
Tournament, I
We've
believe.
always had a very strong Commando player in Clan Crossfire, so it's nice that Knives is
One
carrying the
moment,
torch
gentlemen.
now.
The scoreboard has been updated. The Clan CrossFit, you win with 265 points, Division C. Well done. Very well done, sirs.
Excellent.
42 a second with 263 points. And then goes GNX and WKL 237 points apiece. I think GNX win that based on their outright head-to-head. Yes,
Hold up.
GNX win that.
Very good.
Yep, GNX win that in the
No,
head-to-head.
it's Max destroyed 4 and against difference.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
GNX have 11 in the positive for mix destroyed, and
Yep.
WK has 6, so
Yep, that's correct.
GNX got that.
Crazy.
What about FCOP?
Crazy games.
We needed a 5-0U to go up in place. We could have possibly reached 4th. Unfortunately, we're stuck in 6th. Still better than CSPS. Bite me.
But I just want to point out, like Sky Rangers, they actually had a bloody good match against UK 4S. Yeah, the other night.
Oh my god, yes, that was one of the best matches I ever watched.
Yeah, they did really well.
I didn't actually see that, so yeah.
Oh, you got to.
I've missed a lot of the VODs this week, last 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't had time to watch them, but guys, you guys got anything else to add? What do you think of the season?
Oh, this was super fun.
Great
love this
tournament.
time.
Best tournament rules that I believe I've taken part in. I think I really liked the way that the different tonnage brackets, so to say, played well with the one cap and that cap moving around in the maps and getting to explore different areas of the maps that we don't usually have to contest.
That's what I've enjoyed the most. Like different, especially as a caster. Like it's not the same standard sort of map stuff that I could pretty much almost textbook predict based on division. The cap points now have just brought in a totally different gameplay. Like there's a few ways you can do a lot of the maps to win them, which is good. I like that.
And there's a lot of different options for how to distribute your mix as well, especially with that last drop where you can actually decide an extra bracket to bring a mech with. That means that unlike some other tournaments where there's just an outright best drop deck, this one, there's a lot of different ways you can play it, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, like you're not going to say, all right, what's the point in taking anything except dual wolfhounds? Because why would you take anything?
Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah, that's it. Look, unless you guys got much else to sort of run through, I kind of have to wind the cast up pretty soon, only because I've got to go down to work for 3 hours today, 2 hours. So on a bloody Sunday, right? Ridiculous. Such is my life.
Good job.
I'm playing the world's tiniest violin for you.
Well fought, CXF. You earned the title. Well done. I'll see you next season.
Very hard.
We tried.
That was a crazy close division. I'm glad it actually worked out really well that all the Div C games were always on a day that I could cast. It kind of worked out really well for me and Bowser as well. Like it's just like, oh, dude, we get to cast the same division for the next 3 weeks. He's like, oh, sweet. Yeah.
Just goes to show how well seeded these divisions were. That FCOB and us was a really great match. Right at the end.
And we saw teams get better over time as well. Like 42 started off a little bit rough, I want to say, and then sort of you can tell they knuckled down after about the 3rd or 4th week. They're like, shit, hang on, we could maybe win this, but we really need to do something about it. So, and they did. And I even watched some of those matches. They really pulled the A game out to pump them further up the leaderboard really quickly. And then you guys had some really good games as well in the mid and early games too. That sort of really, I think, more drove 42 to go, oh, well, shit, hang on. We need to put in the effort here, and we're not going to be able to win. So,
yeah,
really close.
They were really worthy competitors in this, and for a time they were above Division B boys, which is obviously all the Division B matches that are being fought against Div C. 42 were actually doing better than that. So for a little while there, they were looking very, 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 very strong.
Well, guys, thanks for
So
joining me.
for anyone else watching out there, we do have Renegade Freeze, apparently, which is a 3v3 tournament happening over the course of about 2 days in late June. Then Kraz was talking about a second season of ToC happening in August.
Yep, maybe. So with some changed rules as well. Make sure you guys get on the Discord, all that sort of stuff. Post your feedback in the appropriate channels for the different comps and all that sort of stuff. We always welcome any feedback on the comps, the casting, whatever. And great to see a lot of new teams in the competition this round. I think ToC opened it up to let a few more teams play as well. So, guys, thank you all to the viewers. Thank you to the players. Tadachi, thank you for casting with me today. And thank you, Bowser, earlier too.
No worries. All right, catch you, boys.
All right, guys, thank you very much. I will see you all later on. Thank you very much for tuning in to all of the casts this season. We will be back. I don't know when. Watch the Discord. Ciao, guys.